Just gonna talk to myself for a while. Oh, we got Richie in the chat. Nice. I'm just trying to kill time until I can get some people to join up. Not doing JeopNerdy this morning. Kind of discovered that not many people want to play a trivia game when they want to spend time with their families because of some religious holiday that I don't celebrate. So much for that one. I'll probably just do it next week. At least I got my cigars and my coffee, so I'm happy. And yes, I did put the link to the StreamYards if anyone wants to join. I already confirmed that it did actually post for once. So, but Elihu was on Jedi Bill's stream. He's still streaming, so I'm just saying it might just be me talking to myself for a little while. Even though I have no idea what to say. Too tired to do a rant. Besides, I still haven't seen Winter Soldier or the Falcon Winter Soldier thing. Yeah, sorry, Fluggerville. Not this week. If you want to play next week, Fluggerville, let me know on Twitter. As I said, I'm just going to postpone Mortal Kombat JeopNerdy until next week because no one told me they wanted to play this week. So it's like, if no one's going to play, I'm not going to try to do it. But yeah, so I'm going to try to get Rock Solid to do it because he said that he would have done it, except he's spending Easter with his family, and he's the biggest gaming guy that is regular on this channel and vice versa. So yeah, next week might just be better. Plus that means we'll have 2 JeopNerdies in a row. And then the new TOS episode is done. Mr. Miles did finish it earlier this week, but because I was in Arizona again, I haven't had time to post it. So and he decided to go all out again and completely updated some of the visual styling transition stuff for the theme song. So that'll be something new to see. And Commodore Ty is in. How you doing, man? Haven't had a chance to check out the new Beast Wars review, but I definitely plan on it. Like after the stream. Richie, I kind of had to take last Sunday off of the stream only because I was working. My day job has been sending me out to Arizona the last 2 weeks, and I had to work all day Sunday, so I couldn't do the stream. Plus, they did give me a hotel room, but the hotel's Wi-Fi sucked, and I had a shit signal. So even if I tried to do a live stream, it wouldn't have been just horrible. So skip that stuff. Sorry, getting stupid text messages from stuff I don't care about. And yeah, Commodore Ty did post the link. So if you haven't seen it, you can go ahead and leave the stream and go watch it. Tell me how great it is. And because Ty and I are doing this, the second JeopNerdy after, so we'll do Mortal Kombat next week, and then the week after that will be Beast Wars. And I fully expect Commodore Ty to be on the panel for the Beast Wars one, because as the co-host of that, or actually I'm the co-host, he's the host. He should know enough about Beast Wars to win it. Just Yuma, not that far into Arizona, but it's still Arizona. And technically, I also went to San Ruiz on this trip, as well as last trip. But the hotel was in Yuma, but I also had to work in El Centro, California, and Calexico, California, which is so much fun. Lots of driving. I'm spending almost as much time driving as I am working. But I get paid either way, so I'm not going to complain too much. So, Ty, if you want to join the panel, I did post the link earlier. Because I'm pretty sure Richie's still not willing. He likes to just hang out in the chat. I did take Caddy with me on this trip, mostly just because, she's on spring break, so wanted to get out of her mom's house for a while. So she came up to Arizona with me for those 3 days, and mostly she just hung out in the hotel room and talked with her friends online. But didn't yeah. I mostly just had to work because each day I was out there, I was working almost 12 hours. So no, I did not cosplay as Luke Skywalker in the sand dunes, and I did not realize it was filmed in Yuma. That's interesting. I mean, the Ocotillo Wells is out that way, and there, people use the dunes out there. If that's true, Richie, I'm gonna actually have to look that up for that bit of trivia because maybe the Vile Child would want to do that one of these days. Yeah, I figured it was more of Ocotillo and not Yuma. Yuma has the it's still a desert, but it's more of the cactus and bush and hard ground variety of desert. I can't remember what that kind of desert that's called. But yeah, Ocotillo Wells has sand dunes. I know what you meant, Richie. Back when I was in high school, I had friends that used to build dune buggies, and we'd go out there on weekends just to out to Ocotillo so we could, take the four wheelers and the dune buggies and drive them up and down the dunes. It's actually fun at the time, but then you have to clean all the sand off everything. And, Anakin's right. Sand is the worst. It really does get everywhere. I'd make a joke about how, well, I'm not going to make that joke. Never mind. No one's on the panel to make me, so. Now I'm just vamping until someone wants to join the panel. Or maybe if can I post the link again? Let me know if it shows up in the chat. Because I just posted the link. Sometimes YouTube likes to be a pain in the ass and not let you do that. Even if it's your frickin' channel. And not too much to report, at least on the trip, this trip. But last trip, I did have an interesting little time at one of my stores. I got two people fired who worked for one of the stores because I caught two employees having sex in the back room. I'm not going to explain the whole situation because you could probably figure out what store it was, at least which store, not specifically if it was a Walmart or not, but because when I go out to Arizona, they make me do more than just Walmarts. But yeah, I was in the back room and I caught two people having sex on top of a pallet of cereal. So, of course, I reported it. And yes, they were going to get fired. And then, no, I did not join in on the fun because I think having sex in a store is wrong because not necessarily because you're having sex, but because you're potentially destroying product. And then that's product also people are going to possibly buy. And I don't want, I don't want to pick up, something off the shelves that someone had sex on. That's just wrong. But the last trip, the most interesting thing I saw was a family that was dressed fairly okay. I don't want to say strange, but it was just not something you'd see every day. This was just a mom, a dad, and a son. The dad was full on cowboy getup, jeans, boots, plaid shirt, vest, cowboy hat, Texas tie, the whole nine. Okay. The kid was dressed just like a little kid. And hold on one second. How you doing, Ty?
Doing well.
I'm gonna finish the story real quick though.
Yeah.
The mom, however, was dressed basically like a BDSM mistress. She had thigh-high boots and 6-inch heels, fishnet stockings, a black teddy, complete with the fact that her nipples were just barely covered by fabric. I mean, it had like a triangle, like a bikini top, but the triangle was cut out with a small additional piece of fabric just barely covering the nipples, and a corset.
Wow.
And I'm just like, that is an interesting family. Cowboy, dominatrix, and their kid.
Oh.
I almost wanted to take a picture of it, but because I'm actually working, to me it feels really rude to take pictures of customers when I'm working.
Yeah.
But it was just like, that's not something you see every day.
Too bad you can't get like surveillance camera footage of it or something. Just screenshot that.
Yeah, that also seems a little rude,
Uh,
Plus, I'd have to blur out the kid. I'd have to blur out the faces, and because
yeah.
just because these people are dressed the way they are and they're going out in public does not mean they want their image spread all over the internet.
True.
So, I mean, I certainly wouldn't want someone to take a picture of me when I'm in Walmart, whether I'm working or not,
Well,
even if I'm dressed stupidly.
Yeah. Well, there are people that do that.
I know. I just personally wouldn't because I find it rude.
Of course.
But then again, I'll still tell everybody about what I saw.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I didn't get home until like 8:30, almost 9 o'clock last night.
Oh,
and I just fell immediately asleep.
Wouldn't blame you.
I mean, let's see. We left the hotel about 7 o'clock in the morning. I started work because we got breakfast and stuff. Started work about 8. So the fact that I didn't get home until 9 just was like, that's 12 hours, including almost 6 hours of driving. I was done.
I wouldn't blame that. Like, it's crazy.
But hey, in a couple of weeks when I get that paycheck, I'll be happy.
Richie Poole said maybe they were cosplaying some weird anime thing.
It's entirely possible they were. But it was not something I recognized because, as I said, it was cowboy, dominatrix, and kid.
Could be the recreating the one episode of Star Trek Next Generation when Worf was the captain, and then they had the proprietor of the saloon.
I don't know, but as I said, you never know what you're going to discover at a Walmart.
Exactly. I just spitballed an idea. That was the closest thing I could think of to Richie Poole's suggestion.
I mean, as I said, I've seen some really, I see boobs, or at least someone's boobs, at least once a month in one of my stores. And it's either because they accidentally popped out or they were wearing something so sheer that you could just easily see right through it.
Well,
I mean,
there are some people that show them if you got them.
well, it's not like they were actually indecent, I'd say. It was just, again, you don't see someone walking around in almost full S&M gear in public.
Oh, that's for sure. Did you find an air razor?
No, I didn't. We did find a Dinobot, but the Dinobot's $30, and I just don't have the money right now to buy it.
Mm-hmm.
Other than working hard, I did enjoy it because my hotel had a jacuzzi, and the jacuzzi at the place I'm staying at has been off limits ever since COVID started. They still haven't reopened it yet.
Well, at least
So
you got your opening stuff.
Yeah. But as for the Dinobot, if any of my stores has one by still on Friday when I get paid, I'll probably buy it if they have one. But most of the Kingdom stuff is already gone. It's just not staying on the shelves. The only thing I've seen recently is out in Yuma, a couple of the stores had Warpath, but he's not one of the B Stores ones. So what's new with you, Ty? What have you done all week other than what you've been posting?
Because of the idiot running the province I'm in, we were working, and then now we're back in lockdown. So yeah, that's how it is. Flip a coin. We're open, we're not. We're open, we're not.
Well, see, I still think the problem is as soon as you go off lockdown, you have too many idiots out there that do stupid shit, and it ruins it for everyone else, and they have to go back on lockdown.
I don't know what's going on. It's like, even if it's the slightest amount open, like, yeah, we've been in lockdown for almost a year. People are going to go out.
Yeah. A friend of mine was telling me how here in San Diego, when they finally lifted some of the lockdown stuff on some of the restaurants, they decided to go out with their friends. Now that this particular person and their friends have all been vaccinated, right?
Yeah.
So they thought it was okay to go out. They went, I'm not going to say the restaurant's name, but it was, just your standard, sit down type restaurant.
Okay.
And the restaurant was fully packed. And then, but because of California's little procedures and everything, you had to still leave your name and phone number if you attended the restaurant in case there was a COVID outbreak.
Yeah, that's same up here.
Yeah. Within 24 hours, they received a call saying, oh, yeah, sorry, somebody in the restaurant was diagnosed with COVID within 24 hours of everyone being there that day. You need to go get tested. And it's like,
weird.
The restaurant was literally open one day before they had to close it back down.
So someone probably had it already or was waiting for a test and went to the restaurant and then found out that they were, or whoever it was positive.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous.
So it's like, you can't really blame the person for going out if they didn't even know they had it until the day after.
There's a dog. Oh, okay, there's the owner. But I'm just seeing a dog without a leash, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? And it's see the owner right there.
Well, that happens all the time up here. Like we have these dog parks and everything.
Yeah. Let's see. The Walmarts here are completely out of all laptops, gaming computers, cell phones, and even the store displays are gone. What area do you live in again, Richie? Because I can't remember.
Is that Walmart going out of business or something?
I doubt it. I mean, they're doing a lot of business still, especially with the now that they're doing the in-store pickups and stuff.
And they're the only thing really open.
I seriously think that anyone who worked in a Walmart should have been one of the people, the groups of people that are first on the list to get the vaccine.
Oh yeah, like our premier's bitching about like my age group, the 30 sums are like the cases are increasing, but it's like look who's working in all these essential stores. And you haven't even came close to vaccinating anyone in my age group. You're still working on the 60-year-olds.
Yeah. See, Richie, when it comes to that kind of stuff, I'm torn on the mask stuff because my, I guess, libertarian side is like, yeah, the government shouldn't have to force people to wear a fucking mask because people should be smart enough to fucking do it on their own. But the problem is, people aren't smart enough to do it on their own. So, I don't know. If I still had my brick and mortar store, if you came into my store without a mask, I'd tell you to leave.
Well, it's up to the store owner, really. I feel it should be.
It should be, but if I found a store that wasn't, taking the disease seriously, then I wouldn't shop there. Period. I mean, it's just, I don't see the reason why I should put my life or my friends and family's lives in risk just because I might be immune or something. And as I said, my roommate, he gets sick, he's dead.
Mm-hmm.
It's like we have the vaccine, just wait till we're at herd immunity levels.
Well, you guys are like light years ahead of where we are in Canada. We got maybe like less than 2% of the population vaccinated, where I think you guys have like 1 million a day.
Yeah, but that's like 0.3% of the population every day.
But at least it's something. Like it's total is 2% up here, not even.
But part of the only reason we've been able to get that many people vaccinated is because we've been throwing money at it, and that's it.
Mm. Well, our prime minister is like waiting for everyone else to get theirs, and then we get ours. We get everyone's leftovers.
But yeah, that's the United States. We're very good at spending money.
Mm-hmm. And here's Canada with the handout.
The only problem is I got to wait for my employers to actually pay for my vaccine because to pay for it out of pocket is going to cost me like $700, and I don't have that money.
Wow.
Yeah, I think it's kind of screwed up. In the United States, we bought so many vaccines, but it's like to get the actual vaccine still costs us money. Whereas in Mexico, the vaccine is $125.
Wow.
So
Rich people, that's interesting. He got his first shot on last Thursday, and he's getting his second shot on April 24th. There's some people up here that's gotten their shot back in March, and they're not going to get their second one until July.
well, it's sorry, I'm just answering Richie Poole real quick. It shouldn't cost us anything, but it does.
Mm-hmm.
But fortunately, my employers are going to be paying for it out of their own pocket, and I will be. I should be getting the email sometime today telling me what day I get my freaking vaccination.
Okay.
Now, I'm still going to be wearing my goddamn mask though when I'm at work. I don't care. And how you doing, Captain Trick? If you want to join the panel, the link's somewhere up top. But I haven't read all the literature about the 2-shot vaccine. Isn't it supposed to be within a few weeks of getting both
I
shots,
have
though?
no idea. But that's how we're doing it up here. It's like you get your shot in February or March, and you have to wait until July.
See, most of the literature I was just reading had to do with the mRNA aspect of the vaccine, which
Yeah.
is this is like the first major vaccine to use that delivery method, and I'm glad it's working out.
Well, that's our government for us. They're going against what it says. I mean, people are calling them out on it. It's like, and you have all these extra shots that are just sitting there, but nope, can't give you your second shot.
I see. I don't understand that. I would imagine they got the money to at least hire a bunch of people to do these things.
Well, that's how it's going up here. That's all I'm saying. It's crazy.
Richie's saying the second shot has to occur within 3 weeks after the first. If it happens months later, then the first shot becomes worthless.
Yep, and that's what they're telling our government leaders, and they're like, "Oh no."
I don't know. I mean, we've had an entire year to plan the logistics of this. I mean, the fact that the Biden administration has been able to accomplish what they've been able to accomplish when it came to the logistics of getting people their shots is kind of impressive. Because, you know, as we all know, the Trump administration didn't do diddly squat to plan this. But I think in the background, there were people that were planning it. It was just that they were not being told to by the administration previously. And the new administration was just like, oh, you guys have already done the work? Great. Let's go ahead and implement it.
Yeah.
Here's some money.
Yeah, Richie Poole, they don't know when they're getting, a lot of people up here don't know when they're getting their second shot. And our leaders decide, no, screw giving people their second shot and building up the herd immunity. Let's just keep them in lockdown.
I wonder how many people are thinking, well, why don't we just get everyone sick? That way we can get herd immunity that way. Because that's like the stupidest thing.
But it's, no, Richie, it's worse. It's Trudeau.
I thought Trudeau was more of a liberal, though.
He was, but this is how he wants to run the country.
Yeah.
Let's just keep everyone in lockdown and screw giving them the vaccine. Or do it the slowest way possible.
Yeah. One of the things about this whole pandemic that has kind of shown a lot of people, it's basically how few people are actually needed to run the economy.
Yep.
Because let's face it, the economy did not necessarily suffer nearly as much as a lot of people say it's been suffering.
It did up here.
Well, I'm talking about maybe the stock market had some issues, but the way that like businesses were making money, it didn't affect them as much as people thought it was going to. And you kind of realize that the only people a business really needs is the grunts on the ground to do everything. You don't need that many managers and CEOs and everything. Everyone at the top is almost not needed as nearly as much as the people who are actually doing the work and getting paid the least.
Yeah.
I mean, at least that's what it seems like for most businesses that I had to come across. And most of the business I have to deal with are like Walmart, Walgreens, Rite Aid, CVS, Target, all these big box type stores that are all over the country. None of them have had that many issues. And I can even throw in stuff like Chevron gas stations and 7-Elevens, all those types of businesses. All of them remained open. All of them remained making money.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like the stuff that people really need, those businesses are fine. It's the ancillary businesses where people can spend money on stuff they don't need, like a lot of hair care or like nail salons have gone out of business because people couldn't come in to get their nails done. But that's
Yeah.
also kind of a frivolous a bit. It's a business that doesn't. It's not something people require. You know what I mean? And Caddy Knight. Oh, I clicked the wrong thing. Caddy Knight is in the chat. How you doing, sweetheart? She's spending time with her mom's family today. I don't know if she's actually spending time with her mom, but she's at least spending time with her mom's family. And not Ryan Johnson says, "Yep, grunt here. Nothing gets done if their computers don't work." Yes,
Pretty much.
that's the one thing the CEOs do seem to need is to be able to still talk to everybody, and they just do it through their computers or their phones now. Yeah, and she confirms. Yeah, she's with her mom's family, but not her mom.
Yeah. Oh. But it's just craziness.
Are you hunting Easter eggs today?
Nope.
Yes, remember, today's the day where you hunt for Easter eggs because it's the day that Peter Rabbit was rescued by a chicken who was nailed to a cross and died 3 days later and rose from the dead, became a zombie chicken, started hiding eggs all over the place. That's Easter, right? Sorry, I'm an atheist. I have to make fun of this kind of stuff because it just seems silly to me. It's like I've never seen it, but I saw some of the advertisements for that movie Hop a while back. Did you ever see it, Ty?
See what?
The movie Hop.
No. Never even heard of it.
Well, I guess it's about an Easter bunny type thing, but because he's an Easter bunny, he poops jelly beans. And to me, that was like that just makes about as much sense about Easter than anything else.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's where jelly beans come from. They're Easter bunny poop.
Yeah.
No, I think my favorite Easter bunny is the one from the Guardians or the Last Guardians or whatever it was. The one where Hugh Jackman played an Australian Easter bunny.
Okay.
And then there was a Russian Santa Claus, and those are the only two characters I remember because they were the funniest. Someone can in the chat can tell what actual movie I'm talking about because I have no idea.
I can.
I think there was a Jack Frost character, and I think he was the main character, even though he was the most forgettable. Crap, I've been eating the Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah, you've been eating Cocoa Puffs.
Cinnabon, do any of your bunnies poop out jelly beans? Or do your bunnies lay eggs? I forget which is supposed to be the more Easter thing. God, I don't think I've actually celebrated Easter in like 20 years. I do know I used to get dragged by my family to go to Easter service.
Uh,
and I always just I hated it. They're lazy. I didn't get any candy. Uh, but it is kind of hard to enjoy a church service when they've kicked you out of the main service several times. So,
Oh,
because I don't know about anyone else. I don't know how you were raised, but I was raised in a Wesleyan church. Have you ever heard of it, Ty?
no.
It's basically like an offshoot of it's like it's kind of like Calvinist, but also Baptist in a way.
Okay.
But I remember one service when I was about 8 or 9 years old, where the minister actually decided one service to ask everybody, does we're a Wesleyan church. Does who here knows what a Wesleyan church even means? And out of the entire congregation, only 2 people raised their hands.
Oh, wow.
My uncle, who is a missionary for the church,
Hmm.
and me, the known atheist. And of course, the minister, the way he planned the question was that, some people would, like half the people were supposed to raise their hands and stuff.
Yeah.
But when the only 2 people that raised their hands were the missionary who works for the church and the atheist who everybody hates, he had to change. You could easily tell he was pulling an audible and had to change his sermon.
Oh, wow.
Because he wasn't going to call on either one of us to answer the question.
Oh, boy.
But I guess that just goes to show that even people who go to church doesn't necessarily know what they're even talking about half the time.
Exactly.
Oh, but because I had to stay at these hotels, I might do something kind of funny just for shits and giggles. You know how the Gideons go to hotels to put their Bibles in the hotel rooms?
Okay.
Well, I don't know. Maybe they don't do that in Canada, but they do that here in the United States. Is the Gideons make their own version of the Bible, and
Okay.
they give them out for free to hotels so that each hotel room will have a Bible in it.
Well, there is like that up here, but I don't know if it's from them. But yeah, each hotel room does. That's the only thing in a hotel room when you go to it.
Oh, sorry, I got to read Rich's comment. Wesleyan Church, the Church of Wesley Crusher, of course. Shut up, Wesley. No, it's actually named after a guy named John Wesley. But that is a good point. We can always do "Shut up, Wesleyan."
Instead of saying "Amen," it's "Shut up, Wesley."
But to go back to the Bibles, the whole thing about them is it's for travelers, but they encourage you to take the Bible from the hotel room. So I went ahead and took the Bibles.
Okay.
And what I'm thinking about doing is doing that thing where you glue the pages shut and you cut out an insert.
Yeah.
And making it into a little hidey hole type thing. But what I was thinking about doing just for shits and giggles was after I've glued the pages down is to actually cut a shape of a dildo and just leave it empty and then close it back up and put it somewhere, like, leave it on somebody's garage sale or leave it at a swap meet. So if someone finds a Bible that has a hole for a dildo and the dildo is missing. Because I'm just that type of crazy, I haven't done it yet. I don't know if I'll have time to do it because it takes a long while to cut through all those pages,
Yeah,
especially without tearing them all. because Bible pages are so thin because they have to be.
Yeah.
The other thing I could do is maybe see if I can fit any of the Transformer figures in there and actually just hide a Transformer figure in there. And like maybe like recover it instead of being, the Bible.
Yeah.
Turn it into the Covenant of Primus. I mean, most of the quotes from Beast Wars that did the Covenant of Primus, they were basically biblical quotes from either the Bible or the Quran, and put with a Cybertronian twist.
Ah.
If anyone's shocked about that, Richie,
they're on the wrong channel.
Yeah. What would you try to hide in a book like that, Ty?
A flask.
I've actually seen those. I've seen actual Bibles sold at swap meets that had either the flask or a gun space carved out. So that's what gave me the idea.
Nice.
Of course, the guy that was selling them with the gun cut out, he was doing it completely unironically because his whole spiel that he was telling people were, the Bible protects things, and if you really want to protect your home, you get a Bible with a gun in it.
Oh boy.
So he was not doing it as a form of heresy or anything like that. He was doing it as like, that's the most American thing you can have is a Bible with a gun in it. And yes, the Bibles he was selling were American flag themed. So it was an American flag cover of the Bible with a gun in it, or at least space for a gun in it.
Let's talk about your Southern people. Jeez, that is so Southern. It's like probably like from Louisiana or Arkansas or Alabama.
Actually, it was right here in San Diego.
No, but I'm talking about the guy sounds like that's where he's from. If you had to guess, maybe Texas.
Well, he was selling them here in San Diego. I don't know where he was actually from.
But it just sounds like a deep South type thing. The Bible with my gun.
Well, I know at least on my mom's side of the family, as much of a gun nut group they are, and Bible thumping as they are, they would think destroying a Bible would be heresy. So even to put a gun in there.
Who knows?
Guns, God, and greed, the 3 G's of the GOP. I have nothing else to add to that, Richie. That's basically true.
That just sums it up right there.
No, I can't remember who I was talking to about it, but after the second shooting that we've had recently.
Yeah.
And in fact, now we've had like another 3 since then.
Oh boy.
But after the second one, someone was complaining about, now the liberals are just going to start saying we got to start doing gun control again. And I'm like, if that's the worst thing you can think of from a mass shooting, then your priorities are definitely not in order.
Mm-hmm. That's for sure.
But, I mean, I'm talking as somebody who owns over, at this point, I think I own about 30 guns altogether. Granted, only one in California, the rest are in storage in Texas, but still, I do own guns, but I'm very pro gun control. I would not have a problem registering every gun I own the same way I register a car, because I think that would be smart.
Yeah.
Especially with the way, I mean, guns get stolen, and it'd be a nice way to track them down to make sure that, if your gun is stolen, how you don't get in trouble if someone does something bad with it.
Exactly.
And if someone is, in possession of an unregistered vehicle, they get their vehicle impounded, whether it belongs to them or not. And then the person who owns it can get their vehicle back, right?
Yep.
Now, if someone is found with an unregistered gun, then they get that gun taken away and it goes back to their proper registered owner. That just makes sense to me.
Yep.
But the person I was originally arguing this point with was like, oh, you're just a liberal. And I'm like, dude, how many times have you been shot? And the guy goes, well, I've never been shot. I'm like, I've been shot twice. How many times have you been mugged? Never. I've been mugged twice, both times with a gun. Well, actually, I've been mugged 3 times, but 2 of the times were with a gun. And he was like, oh, like, how many shootings have you been at? None. I'm like, my high school was shot up by some kid with who was manically depressed and killed 2 people and shot 2 of my friends in front of me.
Oh,
I think I have a little bit more clout when it comes to wanting gun control than you are.
That's
and then here was the kicker. And then I said, how many guns do you even own? Well, actually, I don't own any guns. And I'm like, then why the fuck are you complaining about the liberals trying to take away your guns when you don't own any, and the fucking liberal you're complaining about owns 30?
Exactly.
And of course, both times I've been shot, it was accidentally by a family member. So yeah, you're more likely to be shot accidentally than you will be using your gun to defend yourself.
That's for sure.
I can't remember if the statistic is still true or not. But one of the things I was reading about, it was the Department of Justice gun statistics, and I think it was 2012, but don't quote me on that. It was saying that the number of people that have used their gun in defense of a home invasion was like 2 people in the entire year of 2012. And again, I'm pulling that year out of my ass because I just know it was a while ago.
Yeah.
But the number of people that were accidentally shot by their dog was in the 200s. So you were literally more than 100 times more likely to get accidentally shot by your dog than to successfully defend your home from a home invasion with the same gun.
Wow.
And of course, when I told my uncle that story, his response was, well, the moral of the story is don't own a gun and a dog.
Oh man.
I was gonna try to post the link again just in case, but what? My thing's not letting me do it.
Yeah.
There we go.
There it goes.
Richie, Vile, you live in a very dangerous place. I live in California, and people complain about how California has such strict gun laws, and it's like, if all this shit can happen to me while living in California, obviously our gun laws aren't strict enough. As I said, shot twice by family members. On accident. Once by my cousin who shot me in the foot, and once by my brother who shot me in the shin.
Oh.
$75% of those dogs meant to shoot their owners. It reminds me of an old cartoon that I once saw. It was this dog is walking into a bar with a cast on his arm, and the dog says, "I'm looking for the man who shot my paw." As a joke of, paw meaning father, paw meaning hand, and he's a dog.
Yeah.
Get it? Haha.
Hee hee. Ho ho.
I had to explain the joke. Killed it. Now, do you actually? Oh, I didn't even see the comment by not Ryan Johnson. I love how some people have to automatically put you in a category when they don't agree with you. Yeah,
Yeah, that is true.
because I've been called a damn liberal. I've been called a damn conservative. I've been called everything because I piss off everybody apparently.
That's how it's supposed to go.
I mean, I severely pissed off a certain friend of mine because who is that person was anti-abortion and anti-immigration, and basically the way I tied the argument together was saying that I tie the two together,
Yeah.
and I'm like, yeah, we shouldn't have illegals being able to do anything in this country because I think that Americans should have more rights than illegals in this country, right? And they were like, yeah, damn straight. I'm like, that's why I'm pro-abortion, and they were like, wait, what? And I'm like, well, let's face it. The American Constitution says to be an American citizen, you have to be born in this country. And they're like, yeah. I'm like, well, a fetus isn't born yet. That's the whole point. So I don't want to take rights away from a American citizen to give those rights to a non-American citizen.
No.
And they were so pissed about that because they couldn't argue about the point I was making. And they literally called me both a conservative and a liberal at the same time for making that argument.
Okay.
Well, since we were talking about guns, though, how many guns do you own, Ty?
None.
Why not? Aren't you afraid of your government?
I just never really needed to buy any.
What is the because I probably could look it up, but I'm too lazy right now, despite the fact that I'm on the internet. What is like the amount of Canadians that even own a gun?
Oh, I have no idea. Like low, but I know at least my sister's boyfriend has some, and one of my cousins has some.
I'm just gonna leave that comment up. I'm not gonna have to comment too much about it. For some reason, a lot of the people I know that are outside of the United States, they don't seem to own any guns. I mean, I've got an Australian friend who he does own a gun, but you can kind of, he's like, I live in Australia and I live far away from the city. There's reasons why I need a freaking gun.
Yeah.
And he was happy to jump through all the hoops that the Australian government requires for him to own a gun. And all he owns is essentially a varmint rifle. You know, it's a little 22 that he can use to scare away or kill certain creatures that come onto his property. Which makes, total sense.
Yeah.
But
sure.
Most of the people I know in Europe, they don't own any guns.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you'd think that with all the wars that have happened over the course of history in Europe, people would be more happy to own guns there, but no, it's here in the United States where we haven't had a war fought on our own territory in years.
True.
Dead silence.
Yeah. Trying to think of something to say, but I can't think of anything right now.
Okay, but if you could actually own any gun that's actual existing, not sci-fi, what type of gun would you want to own just for shits and giggles?
Probably just like your simple handheld, like a 9mm or something.
if I could actually own any gun, and cost wasn't a factor,
Oh, if
I'd
cost wasn't
want
a factor. Oh,
I'd want something like an anti-materiel rifle from like Fallout New Vegas,
nice.
simply because those things can destroy damn near anything from a very far away. I mean, a 50 cal from almost 1,000 yards away, you can still turn someone into liquid goo.
Yeah, and Richie Poole has a phaser. Real
I said
gun.
non-sci-fi, Richie, because we all know that the first person that's getting a phaser, if it was non-sci-fi, would be Caddy.
Oh yeah. Surprised she hasn't made that joke in a while.
I think we make it on the next episode.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Oof.
Oh, and Mrs. Vile sending me a text, so hold on one sec.
Mm-hmm.
All right. She might join the chat if she can, or at least the chat.
Oh, cool.
All right. So what else can we talk about that pisses people off? Other than your government's handling of the vaccination schedule, what pisses you off in Canada?
It's hard to say, really. It's just the whole situation since the beginning of this whole thing pisses me off. They half-assed it for a whole goddamn year. It sucks when you see like other countries starting to reopen, and like especially down south, like with amusement parks starting to open, even in California and stuff. Mm-hmm. You guys announced that you're doing the San Diego Comic-Con and Thanksgiving weekend, and here we are back in another goddamn lockdown. Because they don't want to just either do it or don't. Make up your goddamn minds.
Well, see, personally, I'm happy about San Diego Comic-Con, even if it's only coming back for Thanksgiving weekend. But apparently that has pissed off a lot of people here in San Diego because the convention center, and also howdy, Captain Trek, sorry.
No problem.
Was because we're currently using the convention center both as a COVID facility to house people that are homeless, so they don't necessarily catch the disease, or if they are, so they can be isolated. But we're also using it as a one of the facilities being used currently to house unaccompanied minors that came across the border.
Okay.
And they're pissed off because it's like, oh, you're going to kick all these people out just so you could have the Comic-Con again? And it's like, no, that's not what they're one of the reasons they put it back so far is because they're hoping by the time that this Thanksgiving comes around, that the convention center won't be needed for those things anymore. They're hoping that everything will be taken care of by then, that enough people will be vaccinated that the convention center won't be needed for those programs.
And it sounds like the way the U.S. is going, you guys will be way by then. It sounds like you guys will be good to go by like 4th of July.
Exactly.
And here we are. It's like, oh, we'll be lucky to get everything done by 2025.
No, Mrs. Viles was saying that it's even worse in Mexico right now.
Oh, boy.
But yeah, to me, I want the Comic-Con to come back. I don't care that it's on Thanksgiving Day weekend. I mean, even if it's a quarter the size it normally is, I still want to be able to go down there and see some people and maybe even get a ticket this year. Who knows? This might be the first year I might get my little notice saying, hey, you can sell at the Comic-Con this year. And then I'd go ahead and grab a table and I'd go down there.
Yeah. Well, I got to head out. I got another engagement I got to be a part of.
Oh, you got an Easter thing?
No, I promised I'd do an interview with someone about my
Oh,
channel.
okay. Then by all means, go ahead, man.
Take care. Take care, Captain Trek.
Thank you. You take care.
Yep. See you guys later.
So what's you been up to, Captain Trek?
Oh, not too much. Pissing people off. No big deal.
I think I'm going to start calling pissing people off pulling a vial.
Well,
I got a cargo helicopter flying right overhead.
wonder what's in it.
Let's see. Worst case, those people at the convention center can be hired to man the booths and do security at Comic-Con. Win-win.
True.
Yeah, give the homeless people some jobs. Give the unaccompanied minors some jobs. I don't have a problem with that. I mean, I know a lot of people are against the illegal immigration thing because they're technically breaking the law to get here, but most of them try to declare amnesty anyway.
Right.
And of course, the whole point of that's what amnesty is. It's saying, hey, we came into your country illegally. We understand that. We're trying to get you to forgive us for doing that so we can become productive members of your society.
Right.
In order to ask for amnesty, you literally have to break the law first.
Yeah.
And if someone is willing to get a job, start paying taxes, I don't have a freaking problem with that.
No.
It's the people who come here illegally and want to continue doing shit illegally that I have a problem with.
Yeah, that's the problem. It's the illegal ones. The ones that
How you
Hello,
doing, Bird?
world. It's Birdo Prey 5, Kapla. Kapla, Richie Pool. Kapla
But I
Vial,
think
Captain.
I think it was the Border Patrol themselves were saying that, like, when it comes to people who come here illegally, 90 to 95% of them want to do it legally. They just don't have the opportunity to.
Ah, yes, anecdotal evidence, the best kind.
Well, if you're talking about the ones that actually are going to their hearings, I think it's like 80% of people who are try to get amnesty or get
80% of the 10% that go to their hearings?
No. I think it's they were saying it's about 80% that are actually going to the hearings.
No, that's not true.
Yeah.
That is certainly not true.
Oh, don't make me actually look it up, Bird.
I'll look it up.
Because I think I'm betting if I can remember the numbers, it's higher than 50% and it's between 50 and 80%. That's what I'm betting. Also, Richie wants to know, is Charlie going for his Easter egg hunt today?
Charlie found his Easter egg. Ciso Prey hid an egg and he found
Was it a painted egg or was it chocolate?
it was a plastic egg. He got a chocolate bunny. He actually got the chocolate bunny out of the box. And then cleaned his hand on Ciso Prey's shirt after squishing the chocolate ears of the bunny.
Oh, I remember that kind of stuff.
Well, this says, according to Department of Justice most recent annual figures, when using the Department of Justice preferred metric, 44% of migrants who were not in custody failed to show up to their court proceedings. So that would mean 66% did.
That would mean 56% did.
56%.
But that's still over half. So,
okay.
But also remember that sometimes if you don't have the ability to
No.
go, it's especially during COVID. I'd like to see how it was a couple of years ago. What year does it say on there?
This was 2019. This article, June 2019.
Yeah, I'd like to see it for between 2012 and 2018. But as I said, personally, I don't have a big issue with illegal immigration as long as they try to do things legally once they get here. It's the people like the people running the cartels down in South America and Central America that come here to just do more illegal shit. I mean, Mrs. Vile, as I said before, lives in Mexico, and a lot of the guns that they get in Mexico that are present in Mexico were bought here in the United States. And what they do is they come up here with a bunch of drugs, trade that drugs for money, spend the money on guns, and take the guns down to Mexico. So they're breaking the laws of both this country and Mexico, because Mexico is anti-gun.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't even cross the border with a knife, really, to go into Mexico if you're doing it legally. Now, what else am I getting? Don't care, don't care, don't care. Okay. Emails I don't care about right now. So, Bert, I saw that you posted something about King Kong versus Godzilla.
Yes.
I didn't watch it because I haven't seen it yet. What did you think about it?
It was
Without
okay.
getting any spoilers.
It was okay. I mean, as a King Kong Godzilla movie goes, you get a lot of King Kong fighting Godzilla and other monsters. But I mean, as a work of fiction or as a film, the plot is worse than Sharknado.
But let's face it.
Sharknado has a more coherent plot with better character development.
But let's face it, when it comes to movies like that, you don't go for the plot, you go for the fun.
Snakes on a Plane would also be better character development. Yes.
Wow.
That's what I'm saying. You're not going there for the plot development, but
Yeah. I mean, a movie I recently
also
watched.
the physics, the way their physics work, leave a lot to be desired.
Oh, any giant kaiju type thing is going to have that issue.
Yeah, this one more so than most, I would say. Well, I say most, not like I watch a ton of them. I mean, I haven't seen Godzilla movies since the ones from the 70s and 80s when I was a kid. But I mean, I did see the Godzilla that came out like the 2000s. That didn't really have any physics issue. It sucked with Matthew Broderick, but it just...
Oh, that was 1998.
Okay, but it didn't have any physics issue.
Election?
Have I seen Election? Not, I don't know.
No, a movie I recently saw that I thoroughly fell in love with because of how it's like a giant homage to bad 80s movies was something called Wolf Cop. Have any of you guys seen it?
No.
It's literally about an alcoholic police officer who becomes a werewolf, and because he's an alcoholic, he basically becomes a alcohol-powered werewolf. And it's so stupid. It's the plot that makes no real sense, but it's just so enjoyable because of how stupid it is. And I found out recently there's a sequel to it, and I want to watch the sequel, but I haven't been able to find it on any of the platforms that I usually, like Hulu, Vudu, without paying for it.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, I want to see it now, just because of how stupid the first one was. It was in that category of so bad it's good. And in fact, if you want to if you want something dumb to listen to, there is actually a song for Wolf Cop. You can find it on YouTube. Just search up Wolf Cop song, and it's for the sequel, but not the original, because the original had some crappy rap song. But the song they did for Wolf Cop 2 is just so freaking awesome. And how it's definitely going in my Halloween mix from now on.
Cool.
I mean,
Richie Poole says Derek's 9-month-old niece had her first Easter egg hunt yesterday.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
So that's almost the same age as Charlie. Yeah. Yeah, Charlie's 1 for 1. Perfect record. I suggest he retire from egg hunting. Undefeated.
What else have you guys watched recently? Because I haven't had time to watch anything with my work schedule.
Yesterday we watched 13 Days about the Cuban Missile Crisis.
Oh, I saw that back in either high school or college. Yeah, that's a good movie.
Yeah, it's a good movie. It was long, but it was good. At home with Mom O'Prey, we watched the movie Greenland about a comet that hits Earth. It's on like Amazon and at YouTube, and you can rent it for like $5. It's on all the places, Vudu.
I might have to do that one.
It's a really good as comets hitting Earth movies go. It's really pretty good. I mean, they don't really show what life would be like for those 2 days that everybody knows it's about to happen. I mean, they show rioting and killing, but not nearly as savage as it would seriously be. And there's still random people willing to help people in need, which just, they'd be the first to be killed.
Just to go to the comments real quick, Richie, I don't think I got enough if I didn't have enough fans to do Mortal Kombat this week, I don't think I could get nearly as much fans to get a Wolf Cop Jeopardy or JeopNerdy. I'd have to maybe just do a single board just for shits and giggles one of these times, and get people to watch it.
Come, you want to come with Mom? With cut your nails.
And Jerm is saying Easter egg hunts are okay, but make sure you get them hunting rabbit before too long. And you teach them that when you're aiming for a rabbit, depending on what you're using, like if you're using an actual just a regular bullet, you don't aim for the rabbit itself. You aim next to the rabbit, and you're actually using the impact of the bullet to stun or kill the bunny, so you could eat it. Because the worst thing you want to do is if you be pulling out shotgun pellets out of your rabbit. Yeah, I've never gone rabbit hunting. I don't know what you're talking about. How you doing, Pickles?
Yeah, Richie Poole says Sopra's just about to leave. She's getting the car started, and then her nephew O'Prey. Oh, she's going to urgent care. Never mind. I guess I misread what was going on here this morning.
Is everything okay?
I guess she needs probably nothing. But hey, we can see a tree update if you want. I can. I mean, she's she's in her car, so you won't be able to see Sisopre really, but you can see the tree. I don't know if Vile has access to the backstage or not.
Well, let's if you can bring it up as a separate window, I can bring it up.
I did. I brought it up as there's
There we go.
the water lily magnolia tree is blooming even more today, and that's Sisopre
There we go.
heading out.
Oh, apparently I pissed off Pickles.
What did you do to Pickles?
I don't know yet.
I'll be on in a minute. Keep streaming. Have a bone to pick with your ass, Vile. Says
That sounds
Pickles.
painful.
Yeah.
We can leave the tree up for now.
Okay. I was there. I'll cut the.
So is
Cut
that
the tree
is that a
whenever
real
you want.
magnolia then?
That's a water lily magnolia.
So is it I can't talk right now. Is that the one where the flowers smell like lemons?
And the flowers smell like flowers. I don't know what to tell you. It's got a floral scent. I wouldn't say lemons.
We have a street here in East County called Magnolia, where at one point it was just lined with a bunch of magnolia trees, and they were all, if you were to cut the flowers off, they always smelled like lemons to me.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh, rage stream incoming. Richie Pools is bird of prey. That is one damn busy street you live on. Yeah, it is. It's the main avenue. So even though it's not sized as a main avenue, it is a main avenue. It's good in the winter. It means we get priority snow plowing. But the rest of the year, it means a lot of traffic.
Tell me they actually snow plow it and not just salt it.
No, they plow. In fact, New York City is, for all the problems the city has, I'd say, 4 out of 5 times when we have snow, they're pretty damn good about plowing. Like legit plowing, not just salting.
Because my one of my adopted sisters has had issues with the fact that she lives in Michigan, and with them salting the streets, it's just ruining their cars.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's not great for the cars, but you can at least drive in the winter. I mean, without the salt, it'd be weeks you would not be able to drive. So you gotta decide which you want.
What are you doing?
Richie's saying when your sister was trying to pull out, there was a bunch of cars going by, and now there's none. Go figure.
Yeah, it's random, come in spurts throughout the day. In the morning, sometimes the street backs up because a bus or something will pull over to pick up kid, or there'll be like a UPS truck will stop and it'll block up traffic down the block and just have an entire screen full of bumper to bumper cars. And then somebody's trying to make a left turn down that side street, and that holds everybody up again.
Yeah, after all the driving I've had to do recently because of my day job, I have more disrespect for most drivers out there. Too many freaking idiots on the road.
My sister was shocked at how much traffic there was and no parking in places where she went to pick up last minute food stuff yesterday or the day before. She figured with the pandemic it'd be easier to go out, but no. Apparently parking is back at full capacity.
I'd say about a good half of my stores, the parking was about 2/3 to 3/4 full. But I'm one of those people that I park in the back of the parking lots because I don't mind walking to the entrance.
I used
So
to
I
be
always
like
find
those
parking.
people.
But yeah, if you're one of those people that park up front, yeah, there's no parking up front.
Yeah, I used to park my Jeep or my, when I had it, the Infinity, at least 10 spots away from the closest car with spots or whatever, like at a Target or something, and just walk. Those were the days.
Because I'm usually in the stores for a while. I tried to find somewhere that has shade. So I'll park as far away as I need to.
Squirrel.
It's like anyone who joins the stream says, "Why are we looking at a street?"
I'm looking at a tree, you son of a bitch. People pay to look at this tree.
Yes, if you want to watch this tree more often, donate to the Bird of Prey Patreon. Do you actually have a Patreon or something like that, Bird? I know you have StreamYards.
I do have StreamYard and I have YouTube channel membership. And you can do direct payments to PayPal, including setting up a recurring payment. Richie,
it's funny. Richie, it's funny you should say that because the last trip I went last week and yesterday and everything, the rental car I had Nevada plates on it, and I was driving around Yuma, Arizona with Nevada plates, but I'm a California driver. And I think I must have been confusing people with the way I was driving because despite the fact that I was driving consistently 10 miles over the speed limit, people still needed to go around me at every step of the way in Arizona. Because I don't know if they were like thinking on their head, like, oh, it must be a California driver. It must be a Nevada driver because apparently the speed limit in Arizona is just a suggestion. And if you're not going 25% over the speed limit, you're going too slow. I mean, literally, it was one of the roads I was on was 50 miles an hour. I was going 60, and this guy had to very violently go around me, and he was flashing his brights at me like I'm driving too slow, and I'm like, what the hell is going on, dude? And he eventually just drove onto oncoming traffic in order to go around me. Still waiting for Pickles to get up. Did he not see the link or something?
Don't know.
He said he was going to be a minute. That was like 10 minutes ago.
Oh, that's Pickles. He takes forever.
Let's see. I'll do it one more time just for him. Richie, everyone is freaking insane when it comes to their drivers. Every state. Here in California, when it rains, because it rains so few times in Southern California, that when it does, we seem to have two types of drivers. People who are like oh no, the sky is falling. I got to drive, half the speed limit. So they're driving 35 miles an hour on the freaking freeway. And then you have the people that are like, oh, it's raining. I'm going to proceed like this is a challenge. And they start driving 100 miles a freaking hour.
Are you sure the guy who was trying to flash you and whatnot wasn't trying to just get your attention? Maybe you had left, I don't know, caddy tied to the bumper or something?
No, she wasn't in the car at that point.
Have you spoken to her since, though?
Sorry?
But you've spoken to her since?
Oh, yeah, because it was, she drove out there with me. We drove out there Thursday. We came back Saturday. But the day this happened was on Friday.
Okay.
Friday, she just stayed at the hotel all day. But I was out for 12 hours working.
Well, that's what she wanted you to believe. And she was holding on behind the car on a skateboard. You couldn't see. And the guy was trying to give you a heads up.
DD, where do you live? Do you also live in California? Yeah, Germ has it right. Oh, he lives in Texas. Yeah, Texas has got some legendarily bad drivers too. But Germ's like, LDG does not work on a linear time. 10 minutes for you is 4 seconds for him. Apparently, LDG is a prophet from Bejor.
You probably have to go to his back room if you want to hear what he has to say.
Well, he said he was going to be back. But yeah, Texas, especially areas of like El Paso and Dallas Fort Worth, those areas have just really shitty drivers from what I've seen. I mean, those cops in that area get their money's worth because I see them pulling people over all the frickin' time. I mean, hell, one of my trips through Texas, I got pulled over in El Paso for driving 1 mile over the speed limit.
That's ridiculous.
And the cop even said the only reason he wasn't giving me a ticket is because I'm out of state and he doesn't want to have to deal with that.
Radar guns aren't even within 1 mile per hour.
It depends on the radar gun. Plus, it depends on the speed of the vehicle the gun is mounted to. Like if if they're stopped, it's less accurate than if the vehicle's in motion. But it really depends. And this one, no, it's. I know it seems like it'd be backwards, but it's not. But this cop was on the road behind me, and yeah, he had his radar thing pointed forward so he could see that, see how fast the people were going in front of him. And I'm like, he pulls me over for going. It was a construction zone. The speed had been reduced to 60 miles an hour, and I was driving 61. And again, the only reason he gave me he didn't give me a ticket is because I had a California license plate, California driver's license. And he's like, it's too much of a hassle to make sure that you have to return for the ticket. So I'm just going to let you off with a warning. I'm like, so that's the reason you're going to let me off with a warning? Not because I was driving 1 frickin' mile over the speed limit? DD saying the county cops are worse than the police department, and I can't verify that because I just remember cop. I don't figure what department is which outside of California. I do believe LDG thinks he's a prophet. Yeah. turn being a prophet into profit. Well, we'll find out when he finally launches his much lamented Prometheus, right?
Absolutely.
Vile, the cop let you off because he thought you were cute. I don't care as long as I didn't have to get a ticket. Well, I don't know about where you are, Germ, but here we got the San Diego Sheriff, then we got various police departments for various cities, and then we also have the CHP. So some of their territories overlap, like a lot of the CHP and sheriff areas overlap, and a lot of the PD and sheriff areas also overlap, because the sheriffs have a lot of leeway with what areas they're allowed to write tickets in. But the ones that have the least amount of leeway are obviously the actual police departments. Because, like, take one of the cities here is El Cajon. Now, El Cajon has its own police department, but they can't write tickets if you're actually on the freeway itself, because that domain is for the CHP. But the sheriff can write tickets both on the freeways and the same with the CHP in El Cajon, even though officially the jurisdiction for El Cajon is the El Cajon Police Department. So it's just, yeah, the jurisdictional issues are also kind of a bitch. Now we got silence again.
Sorry about that.
You know,
Yeah, silence, but with a tree, so it's not.
Absolutely.
yeah.
It's not worthless.
What's if a tree grows in Bird's yard and no one's around to watch it, does it really grow?
Yeah, because it's going to drop leaves, and then the leaf blowers are going to have to blow the leaves. It's going to piss me off, whether I can see
LDG is
them or
like,
not.
Richie says, LDG is like my ex-wife. What should only take a minute ends up taking an hour.
Yeah, apparently. He really is like a woman on his time estimates.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Charlie. Charlie crawled from one side of the house to the other side of the house.
Oh, stop. That is putting you in bed.
If I drop off, it's because Charlie turned the power brick off that controls my computer.
Okay, dirty. Now,
Because what, he sees the light and wants to turn it off on the power strip.
He seems to be attracted to lights. Yeah.
All kids are, even if they're 17, they're still attracted to lights.
It's a train of people. It's Charlie, then Mom will pray, and then Sassy. They're all following around.
sometimes I'm following them both of them.
As Mom will pray says, it's their Easter parade.
Is Charlie dressed up like a bunny?
No, he's not dressed like a bunny.
I had the funny sweater. I
Oh.
was going to get it on later.
They're going to take a picture in front of the tree before they leave, says they'll pray. So I don't know if that'll be in the bunny suit or not.
Well, it's not a funny suit.
Bunny sweater.
It's a sweater. But
A sweater that has a bunny rabbit on it. So no ears.
No, LDG better hurry up because I usually end the stream after 2 hours and it's almost that time.
If you end it, just head over to his back room and you can get him to answer.
And Jerv is like, it's not just your ex, Richie. I've yet to meet a woman that isn't consistently late. Depends on the woman, though. And it depends on what you're leaving for. If you're leaving for something they really want to do, then they take a long time. If you're leaving for something they don't really want to do, but they have to, then they'll be right on time. And if it's something you want to do and they don't want to do, then they're also really late. Like when we were checking out of the hotel yesterday, I told Caddy that I wanted to be out of the checked out of the hotel by 7:30. We ended up not checking out till about 8:15.
That's not bad at all. I was thinking 11.
Yeah, but I still had to work that day, so I had to drive around for a bunch of stores and hit a bunch of them on the way back to California. So I was like, the longer we take to check out, the longer it's going to be before we get home.
Maybe that was the purpose for the delay.
We finally got him. Let's see what he has to say.
I'm sorry, was I just compared to a female being late?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
My God.
Yeah, and frankly, you were later than most.
Well, like I said, I don't exactly identify as either. But anywho, good morning. Hello, sorry, Vile. I had a really rough morning and I wanted to be here earlier, but here I am. Real quick, a couple things, my friend. I love you to death. I know your JeopNerdies are a humongous uphill battle, especially for me. But two things. One, why isn't there Mortal Kombat today?
One, because no one confirmed that they wanted to play today.
Okay.
So if I wasn't going to have any players, I decided to go ahead and postpone it. Two,
Gotcha.
A lot of people messaged me on Twitter saying that they couldn't do it or they weren't going to be here anyway because they were spending time with their family because it's Easter. So I figured, you know what? I might as well. Okay. I mean, I'll be honest with you. Just looking at the viewership numbers so far for just this live stream, it's far fewer than I normally get. And it's probably because a lot of people are, spending time with their families.
Gotcha.
And that's perfectly okay. So I'm just going to postpone it for a week.
That's fine. Second, and I did send you a message, but I guess you didn't get it. But I saw you had a thumbnail. Nice, cute thumbnail, by the way, of the Mortal Kombat screen.
Yes.
And you had people's faces in there.
Yes.
Or avatars, etc. I'm just curious why the one person who's played every single Mortal Kombat, watched every single Mortal Kombat, read every single Mortal Kombat novel wasn't on there.
And who would that be?
Me.
I primarily used the images of people that either A, gave me permission, or B, I already that I knew that wouldn't have an issue with me using it.
So, and I fall under both of those categories.
Ask you.
I mean, yeah, you do know I fall under both of those categories. I love Mortal Kombat. That's my stick. I even sent the message that said, "Hey, Vile, where did I go? Am I a reptile? Am I the secret character in the game? Is that why I'm not there?"
I honestly did not see that message. So, yeah.
You damn well better know that I want in on this one. I've sat out too many It's time
Then when
It's time I have a comeback. The pickle is back, and it couldn't be a better JeopNerdy than Mortal effing Kombat.
All right, then I will. Well, I'll do a posting tomorrow saying that JeopNerdy will be next week, and who wants to beat LDG? And you automatically have an advantage because LDG has to start with a negative 500 because he's LDG.
Bring it.
I hadn't
Bring
even
it.
noticed that those were custom images in those boxes.
Yeah, I just put certain people that I know that would either, as I said, I got permission from or didn't. I knew wouldn't mind if I used their avatars.
Who's the guy above Deej and next to Rock Solid?
That's Linkara. He's a YouTuber with a lot more subscribers than any of us. So.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
I have a million subscribers. They're just I tell them to keep it hidden. Don't let themselves known. Don't hit that sub button, then the algorithm knows that you're part of the next coming. How did I know LDG was coming on to make it about him?
Because you know LDG.
Because Reptile, I'm Goro.
Are you talking about the thumbnail for the YouTube video, Richie? Because I'll probably switch it out with the generic nerd chat CNA stream later. But because I still called it the JeopNerdy Postponed, that's why I still left the Mortal Kombat thing I made. No, but I mostly included Linkara because I was hoping he would retweet it for me. Because I have a recording of him saying, "God damn it, Vile Mike is right," and that I use at certain opportunities. Just because, it's funny to have, or it's nice to have a YouTuber with over almost like 1 million subscribers or something like that saying that, "Oh crap, you're right."
Right? Tell me about it. All right, cool. All right, so we're good. No harm, no harm, no foul.
I see you. I'd be right.
I just, I haven't been part of JeopNerdy for a while. I've been letting other people get the fame and fortune, but yeah, I got to be in on Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, I'll try to get Foley to do the Beast Wars one. I know he's more of a G1 fan, but we'll see if we can get him on there against Commodore Ty. So
absolutely, fun time.
But definitely want to do a Beast Wars one simply because me and Ty are reviewing Beast Wars on his channel, and because this year is the 25th anniversary of Beast Wars.
Good afternoon, DD Myers. Sorry, I'm not a fan of celebrating Easter. My apologies. I honestly do not enjoy this day.
Well, to me, it's just a normal day. But if people want to celebrate their stuff, I mean, I've got no issues with it.
That's fine. I got no issues with it either. If you feel today is a day that needs to be one of those special days, that's fine. I just personally think the idea of Easter is completely not good.
To me, it's another day.
To me, it's the day that God gave us proof he existed and we killed him. That's all today lingers in my brain.
But it was destined to happen.
No,
I knew it was going to happen.
Don't
And
throw in. Leave it at that.
Nobody's
Bird.
ever
Don't
really
make
dead.
me say something stupid, Bird.
Please leave it at that, Bird.
Just saying, how do you call somebody dead who's told that he rose from the dead?
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah,
so
we
not
killed
dead.
Him. He's dead because we killed him.
No.
We're literally told he is not
all right,
dead.
Guys, I love you. Can we just leave it at that, please?
But you're wrong, LDG. I'm sorry. You're wrong.
I mean, I'm sorry. We put him up. We killed him. That's a fact.
I don't know who we is. I
We
didn't
the
have any
people.
choice in the
We
measure.
the people.
I had no choice.
I mean, Energy Trucker may have been
That's
around,
like
but
saying we were responsible for slavery. I
This
don't know
version
who
of
the
you
we
didn't have a
is.
choice, but past versions of you did.
No, past versions of me, I
What
didn't
the-
exist until 1978.
But
Yeah,
you
I don't
have
know
no
what the hell you're
proof of
talking
that.
about.
Obviously, people existed. That's other versions of
I
you.
didn't.
I didn't say it was you specifically.
It
There's
said it was
of
me.
you. A
They're
version
not
of you.
any version of me. I didn't come into existence until 1978.
Okay, this version of you didn't. You're correct. You're absolutely
All
correct.
right, Michael T says he ain't ready for me. Current Geek Blend trivia champ, current Tuck and Roll trivia champ, reigning, defending a fighting champion.
By the way,
Really, Michael T might be
congratulations,
calling you
man.
out, LDG.
Yeah, no, bring it, Michael. Bring it, dude. Listen, there's nothing more than Star Trek that I know more than Star Trek is Mortal effing Kombat. Like I
Bring
was
it
a
on,
freaking
Michael T.
freak growing up. I've read the novels. Okay, that's how
Alright,
deep
who-
I've gotten with Mortal Kombat.
Who was Ryu's father's name? What was Ryu's father's name?
Ryu's father's name is the same as Chun-Li being in freaking Space Jam. Okay, no, oh my God, Chun-Li's
What?
father. It's not even Mortal Kombat, Bird.
Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, the other
Okay.
guy.
Yeah. Yeah. With Pac-Man.
Goro.
Goru.
Goro. What was Goro's father's name?
Do you even know the answer to that?
I do.
You honestly know that you know that you know the
I'll
answer to that. Or
type
you
it in.
literally
I will
just pulling
type
this
it
out of the
in.
air?
I will type it into the private chat if you don't look, and then somebody else can tell you, confirm that I've typed it in.
Okay, I'll look.
All right. Because I if you say what I think you're going to say, I'm going to laugh because it'll be wrong.
I've typed it in.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, okay.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
thought he was
What?
going to say Kintaro,
Yeah.
and I'm
Yeah.
like, no, Kintaro is not Goro's dad.
Kintaro was not Goro's dad. Absolutely. I had a figure he was going to say something like that. Goro.
So you were
Sr.
looking. So you cheated.
Well, dude, listen.
You cheated.
Dude.
See, that's why I didn't put in the
my
right
God,
answer.
dude. Okay. All right. Very funny.
Okay, now I'll put in the right answer, and I hope that he is not watching.
Yeah. Well, Howard the Duck, Carl. Yeah. Okay. Very
You
funny.
again you cheated.
Okay, Bird. LDG is worse than you at cheating.
Apparently, especially since I don't cheat and he does.
All right. How about this? I'll just ask a simple question for LDG to test his knowledge on Mortal Kombat. This won't be a question on JeopNerdy next week.
Lovely.
But we all know that the ninjas are primarily palette swaps of other ninjas, including Noob Saibot. But in Mortal Kombat Trilogy, Noob Saibot was not a palette swap of any of the other ninjas. He was a palette swap of what character?
The creators. That's freaking Tobis Boone
No,
spelled
palette.
backwards.
No, palette. No, that's how he got his name. But what was he a palette swap of? Because originally, like, Scorpion was the first ninja, and Sub-Zero was a palette swap of him, followed by Reptile being a palette swap.
Colors? His color.
Yeah.
That's what a palette.
So-
yes.
Okay, a color palette. Okay,
In
got
Mortal
it.
Kombat,
Yes,
hold on,
uh-huh.
let me get the question. In Mortal Kombat Trilogy, Noob Saibot was not a palette swap of any of the ninja characters. He was a palette swap instead of what character? And why? Come on, Mister. I know everything about Mortal Kombat.
Interesting. But see, anybody who knew anything about anything.
Yeah, more time to Google. I know.
Yeah. No, actually, I don't know this one, but that's a good question though. I know
you still don't know
the
Goro's
creation
father,
of Noob
do you?
Saibot, but I didn't know he was a palette swap of anybody. Who is he a palette swap of?
Yeah, he was in Mortal Kombat Trilogy. He was a palette swap of Kano because there were no other ninjas in the game for them to palette swap from.
Kano,
because they didn't include.
Kano
yeah, he was actually a palette swap of Kano.
Well, I guess Kano was okay, that makes sense.
Mr. I know everything about everything to do with this.
And Goro's father's name was King Goroback.
Yeah, it was Gorozilla. That's
no,
Goro's
his father's name was King Goroback.
Yeah, Jerm, it was only in that game, not in Ultimate Trilogy. They actually gave him a proper palette swap of one of the ninjas because they included some of the ninjas in more rosters or more character roster. But in the original arcade version of Mortal Kombat Trilogy, there were no ninjas. There was no Sub-Zero, there was no Scorpion, there was no Ermac, Rain, Reptile, Chameleon, any of the palette swap ninjas.
Well, the Skittle, the freaking Skittle ninjas, man. That's all it is. Taste the rainbow.
Yep.
Exactly, Michael T. Michael T knows.
What?
Said his father was King Goroback and his mother was Queen Mai.
Yeah.
Are you really on this Goro thing?
I'm being 100% honest now. You literally don't know. It's fine that you don't know, but you just came out like you were the almighty of all Mortal Kombat knowledge, and you couldn't answer a simple question.
That's not a simple question, Bird.
The father of one of the main characters?
Yeah, that's a simple question.
What's Kirk's father's name? You know that, right?
No, it's not about me. This is Vile's channel. This is about Vile, okay?
Besides, on JeopNerdy, I'm the one who asks the questions. Although next round of JeopNerdy, when we do the next calendar, I was planning on having someone else do one of the boards, and I'll actually be one of the contestants.
That would be cool.
Maybe I'll finally do a Doctor Who one, and I'll make Quinn, because she's a huge Doctor Who fan, do the board for that one. That way I can play. I'm assuming there's enough Doctor Who fans in the chat that want to play that one, right?
Well,
I might be able to join that,
day,
but I'm not a super.
Me.
Yeah, I'm not a super one.
Gotta like Richie's answer. It's George Carl Kirk.
Well, he's 2/3 right.
All right. Was that all you want? The only bones to pick you actually had, LDG, or did you actually have something legitimate more to complain about?
Oh, that was plenty legitimate. I mean, if you want more legitimate, I don't think the stream can handle it. But yeah, that was plenty legitimate.
Okay. I don't know. Maybe before you let people into future games, you should give them a little test to make sure that they actually know the lore of the topic you're going to ask. Just like a basic competency exam.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Go ahead.
All right, hold on one sec.
Okay, like how
There we
did
go.
you activate Scorpion's special move?
Which one? Teleport, punch, or spear?
The first, the
Up,
spear. The spear.
Away,
The
high
back,
punch.
back. Yeah, way, high punch. Yeah, back.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I thought it was forward high punch.
It was back.
Just back, dude.
Away.
Yeah, but I also know that in some games it switched to back forward high punch, and in the Game Boy version it was.
Okay. All right, real quick.
Those
real
were
quick.
just people
All
who
right,
couldn't hit
breaking
the
news.
buttons.
Breaking
correctly.
news. Who did you say Goru's father was?
King Gorback.
King Goro back.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, Gore back, not King Goru.
King Gorback.
No, it's just.
All right, I'm
Gorback.
gonna drop the tree since we got
He's
5
a
people
king.
now.
You said King Goru. It's not
King
King Goru.
Gorback.
It's Gorback. Gorback.
Goro back.
It's not Goroback. It's Grobak.
I think
I
there's a
would have pronounced it
G-R-O-O back.
Gorback.
B-A-C-K.
Yeah, I would have pronounced it that way as well.
G-O-R-O-B-A-C-K.
Then you would have gotten 1,000,000 points on JeopNerdy. Because you know why? Because you got it wrong, but I'm in the game. So you would have gotten 1,000,000 points.
Where did you find your source? That your source has misspelled the name.
Yeah, my sources misspelled the name.
G-O-R-O-B-A-C-K. How do you pronounce that?
That's Goro's back. Okay, that's Goro's anatomy, not Goro's father.
His father's name is spelled G-O-R-O-B-A-C-K.
Grobak.
G-O-R-O, like Goro, plus the word
Multiple
back.
sources. Multiple
And
sources.
and it's
More
king.
than 6. Yeah, it is king. I'll give you that. But that's not his name. That's his title.
Oh God, dang it! I'm gonna go.
His name
up on my
isn't
own.
king.
My sourcing
telling
says
you, it is
G-O-R-B-A-K.
Gorback.
Okay.
G-O-R-B-A-K, yes.
Okay. So I maybe
I'm
I
not saying you're
misspelled.
wrong. I'm just saying I think you just got confused there, Bird. Or maybe you Googled the answer incorrectly when you first asked me the question.
Let's see.
I could have sworn it was an O in it.
Using my work
Because I
tablet.
thought I was going to get a legitimate answer, like something like how many
You
members
did
of the
get a
ninjas
legitimate
are actually
answer.
part of the
I was
are part
one
of the
character
Link
off
Cree
in the
dynasty.
answer. I was one
or what did
character off.
Sub-Zero, or what did Sub-Zero
If
have
I
to
had
do?
Googled it, then I would
become
have
a
given you
member
the right
of the
answer,
Link
wouldn't
Cree?
I have?
Yeah.
The fact that I was a
you know,
character off is all the more proof I didn't Google it.
Yeah. Or here's a better one. Here's one you might not know. What was Goro's original name?
Leonard.
All right, hold on. According to the Mortal Kombat Wikipedia, his name is King Gorback. G-O-R-B-A-K.
Okay.
He is the leader of the Kuatan.
No.
So
Yeah, Kuatan's the name of the kingdom run by the Shokans, because that's the race he is.
And the Shokans are supposedly half dragon, which doesn't make any sense because they have 4 arms and no wings.
Well, that's the half of the dragon that has the arms.
What are wings but flappy arms?
Yeah, you can't get limbs without wings.
Oh, stop being logical. I was making a dumb joke.
You can't
Fish turn
spell
into
wings
birds,
without
birds turn into
limbs.
land animals.
And it's like, oh, people have also asked, how is Shiva related to Goro?
Now, if you really want to do this, that's fine. But if we end up giving away questions from the freaking show, that you're
No,
about to have.
the boards are already done. I just didn't do the game today. The only question I literally changed is because it was a question related to something Rock Solid said by trying to invite one of the actors from the original Mortal Kombat to play.
Oh shit! Cool.
But of course, the guy never responded. But because Rock Solid did the joke, I changed one of the questions because of it.
And to answer you, there was speculation when she was introduced that she was Goro's sister, but it turned out not to be true. They don't have any familial
she's
relation.
not Guru's sister. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's not related.
Shiva, Goro, Kintaro are not related at all.
They're just all Shokan.
Yeah.
Well, apparently, Kintaro is supposed to be a subspecies of the Shokan, which is why he has the tiger stripes and
The
stuff.
tiger stripes, yeah.
Hey, Bill. Did you take your medicine?
Apply Jedi Bill.
But I'm expecting some really tough questions, man, and I want better questions than color palettes. So let's do it, man.
Sorry, there might be a whole category on color palettes.
Yeah.
I don't mind that. That's good. Centralized.
You're
palettes.
giving away secrets to other people now. Just study the color palettes.
Well,
I want some
Bird,
backstories.
Make sure you start
text.
LDG with an appropriate negative score. So
Bird, I could also be misleading people.
Yep.
Sorry.
The key word to that bird was could. Could.
I was like, the 2 hours of my normal stream is already up, but now that I got a nearly full panel, I don't know if I want to end the stream.
Stay.
What time is your stream going on, Bird?
I'm not streaming today. It's Easter.
Nope.
Oh, okay. Then I guess we'll just keep going until whatever.
And mine doesn't start for 12 hours, so.
12 hours? Your stream is starting at 11 o'clock at night?
Yep, and go until, I don't know, 7, 8, 9 in the morning.
Oh, damn. I'm going to be asleep for that.
I'll try to see if I can make it. Lot going on today for me. Yeah, keep streaming, Vile, because it's been a minute since I've been able to be on one of your shows.
Well, last week I had to cancel because of my day job.
Stupid day jobs.
Oh, and I sure hope that you have a special reptile daily double where if someone hits a certain question, they get a special question.
I don't think I've done anything like that, but
you should. You don't have to do it in the game. Just know where it is, and then just do it outside of the game. You know what I mean? I'm not saying program the game. I know you use a special Jeopardy kind of, setup. Just do it outside of the game, so you don't have to get all confusing and weird with it.
No, sorry, to answer Germ, he's going to stream in 5 hours. No, I'm probably not going to go on that long. Maybe just another hour.
I have a new intro to finish for Name That Tune tonight. I have the what else am I doing today? I got the round table to go on to tonight. So I'll be on the Falcon and Winter Soldier round table. Maybe we'll have a randomness later today with JJ.
You're
maybe
talk about that
random.
ridiculous scene with that woman who held off like 22 guys attacking.
Oh, the Wakanda lady?
No, not the
No,
Wakanda
no
lady.
spoilers. I haven't seen it yet.
Okay, without spoilers, the lady on the boat who was protecting the people. It was her against like 20 random bad guys.
Oh yeah.
And she came up victorious in every single fight. Yet she
Well,
has
it wasn't like
superpowers.
it wasn't 1-on-20 at the same time.
It was 1-on-1 20 times over.
Yes. There you go. I could believe that.
1-on-2, 20 times. They had big weapons and whatnot every single time. Every single time.
If Ward could do it against Jim Hadar, I have no issues with it.
LDG. If I wasn't holding Charlie, I'd say it right now. But every effing time she comes out on top. Bull crap.
do you know after our last time of promoting that line, my video got like an extra 10 Oh man. Hey man, I don't know. What do you want me to believe? After what they made us believe in WandaVision, anything is possible. After the piece of crap plot they expect us to believe in WandaVision.
God.
Listen, if it was Captain Marvel or something,
perfectly adequate for what it was trying to do, and I enjoyed it.
Then I could understand it. But this was
and
just
only
some
people
lady.
and only people that have no expectations say that, Vile Mike. I know for a fact that you're only saying that point. Because you have no expectations
of it, and I enjoyed it.
Care. Unfortunately, for some of us who do care, we needed more. We deserved more. We should have got more.
Oh,
and anybody. Let me finish. And anybody who knows anything about screenwriting knows for a fact that they went lazy on that. They trolled us.
Oh God!
They lied to us. They outright lied to us.
They trolled people, and you're pissed that you fell for it. That's what it is.
No. There's a difference between telling a riddle and falling for it. There's a difference between lying to somebody.
They never said they were going to do the stuff. People just assumed they were.
Yeah, Vile, they did.
No, they didn't.
They did say it. We have it on tape. It's on record. On record, Feige specifically said that this is going to directly tie into the multiverse, and there was no direct tie-in to the multiverse whatsoever.
Yeah, he was saying that to troll people.
Tied into the multiverse. Give me one thing in that show that tied into the multiverse directly.
He was saying it to troll people just like you, and you fell for it.
But I don't want my authors, my showrunners, my producers, the people giving me shows to troll me. That's what trolls are for.
You know what I'm going to do now? Just because you're saying shit like that, I'm going to include a Street Fighter category in Mortal Kombat just to piss you off.
That's fine. I know my Street Fighter too. Bring it. No problem.
Is Chun-Li going to be in that?
Yeah, if you're going to say Pokemon, then maybe I'd be like worried. But you already had your Pokemon category.
Yeah, I never trust what an author or creator says about their product until I actually watch the damn product.
So you heard it here, folks. If you want Vile Mike to improve your story, lie, cheat, and steal about it, and then give him something else.
Oh God!
If you build your story on lies and trolls, and then Vile Mike is a subscriber to you.
They've been straight up misleading us for years with the MCU and their announcements.
Marvel's been doing. Yeah, Marvel's been doing that exactly for every movie, every time they've done something, they've trolled people.
Yep, and I'm sick and tired of it. They created their own menace.
See, I think you guys take the promotional stuff way too seriously. Just enjoy the damn shit and stop overanalyzing it sometimes.
But it's thoughts like that ends up brainwashing us because they'll just give us any old crap and we're just supposed to sit there and enjoy it. Come on, Vile.
Again, I didn't pay attention to anything the creator said because I didn't look for it. I watched some of the teasers. That's it, and I was like, "Yeah, this looks interesting. I'm gonna watch it."
You're honestly gonna sit here,
and when I finally watched all the episodes, I enjoyed it.
You're seriously gonna honestly tell me you're gonna sit there and look me in the face and tell me that the first 7 episodes that didn't mean jack squat shit, right? And you watched that entire series for like what, 1 episode, and you thought you call that entertaining?
Yes, I enjoyed the entire thing. I'm looking right at you, LDG. Right at your avatar.
All right,
I enjoyed it.
Well, okay, you gotta do me a favor then. Whatever's in your coffee, I need you to pack that up and send me some. Then I can be on board. Okay, then I can be on board. I give up. I give up. Give me whatever you're on, and I will conform.
I just have my coffee is a French vanilla cappuccino with 3 shots of espresso and 1 French vanilla creamer added, with the rest being black coffee.
Oh boy. Yeah, I know, Brainy. They were purposely misdirecting people. And the whole series was that. The thing that really pissed me off about WandaVision is that they were misdirecting us so good. They actually hit upon an ending that would have been a million times better if they just did it. Like the little strings that they laid down a plot for a 10 times better, not for me better, for the show better ending. But instead, they dropped every single string and just gave us the bare minimum.
Yeah, they were misdirecting and lying to people, and I don't have a problem with that because, you know what? It's just the creators doing stuff to make... Because otherwise, you got to keep it fresh when you're talking about the actual series. And as far as I'm concerned, the WandaVision was just different enough from everything else we've already seen out of the Marvel Universe to be refreshing. And I enjoyed it.
Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad someone enjoyed it. I am. I really am. But for like the 90% of everybody else who's pissed off, I will lead the charge.
All right, let me ask you this, LDG. Were you pissed off from Iron Man 3?
Not really.
I was
when the
really.
Mandarin turned out to be a complete non-threat because he was just someone acting.
Yeah. Okay, okay. I did have an issue with that, but that was just one broken thing. It didn't ruin the entire movie.
Because I thoroughly enjoyed that aspect because, again, the promo and the teaser stuff for Iron Man 3 was hinting all about the Mandarin being this big threat, and it turns out the Mandarin is just the actor. And I loved that twist.
Yeah, Ralph Boner. They give us another Ralph Boner. Yeah, I get it.
Yes, and I have no issues with that because I like the subverting of expectations. I like meta humor. And that aspect of casting that person to play that character was so meta that it threw people through a loop when it turned out to be absolutely nonsense. And I loved that.
You know, I would have done it with a little bit more grace, but that's fine.
No, because if they did it with more grace, it wouldn't have had the impact that it had. And guess what? People are still talking about it. People are still complaining about it. Case in point, you.
Yeah, and I'm tired of the complaining as well. I'm really sick and tired of the complaining. I'm waiting for them to figure out how they can make money off people loving stuff, not hating it. But you know, it is what it is. That's what they're doing right now. They're only promoting hate, not love.
See, I completely disagree, Germ. I think it wasn't lazy at all because that casting would only have worked with that particular actor. That's why it was not lazy. It was completely meta.
Well, he's saying it's lazy because all they had to do to complete all they had to do to complete that illusion is to hire him. That's it. I think that's exactly. What I mean by lazy. No extra thought or effort or plot or misdirection. Just hiring one person did it. Done. That's lazy.
Exactly. And think about how hard it may have been to actually accomplish that goal. I mean, the only reason they were able to is because Fox was purchased by Disney.
Nintendo.
Yeah, I don't know why I was about to say Nintendo. That was weird.
That creates a whole new side universe. Now my brain's going crazy.
And because I just got something from eBay, I gotta ask, Germ, did you receive your thing yet? Because I think that was you who bought the Exo Squad, right? I tried to send it out as soon as I got back from Yuma the last time, on last Monday. So you should have received it by now.
Yeah, exactly. No one is rewatching WandaVision. And that's cool that you liked it, Brainy. It's cool that you liked it, Vile. Really, it is. I'm glad somebody, listen, it's all about lemonade. I'm glad there's a small amount of people who actually enjoyed it. Okay, at least somebody got something out of it. But let me tell you something. That show is not being rewatched. The ratings have dropped through the floor since the last episode. The rewatchability of WandaVision is shit. Is shite. It should have been so much better.
I would disagree with that on one respect, LDG, and that's because there are going to be fans like me who like going back and rewatching things as the phases were.
You're
like
right.
When I rewatch Phase 2, I also rewatch Agent Carter and the first 2 seasons of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yes, I get that. Again, there is a small amount of percentage of people who actually will. What I'm saying is it should have been a lot more. People should still be talking about WandaVision right now. And it is dead.
They are still talking about it. Case in point, this stream right now.
No. We're only talking about how much we think it sucks and the small percentage of people who liked it. You do not see streams talking about WandaVision anymore. I'm keeping an eye on it, Vile. There's not that many streams anymore. When WandaVision was coming out, when we were having episodes by episodes, there was dozens and dozens of shows on it. Dozens of streams. Where do you see them now? My analytics have fell through the floor for all my WandaVision.
Except I'm watching one right now.
Like I said, it's a small percentage, but just because Vile Mike and the small micro center of the world that he's in likes it, that's fine. But if you look at it as a whole, I would say, I would strongly put money on that 75 to 85% of people are not, that's even being, generous. I really think it's like 85 to 90% of people don't watch WandaVision. They're done with it. They're done. They're moving on. There's no rewatchability there. That show has no rewatchability. They killed it.
See, I still disagree because it's like saying nothing nowadays has rewatchability.
Very little rewatchability. Okay, no, I said no rewatchability, but you rewatch it. So very little rewatchability.
Well, we'll check DVD sales when it comes out because that's the ultimate test of rewatchability is if someone buys it on DVD or Blu-ray or whatever. And just to go to what Germ said, I didn't get a notification from eBay saying that it's going to be returned to sender. Is that going by the tracking code? Because they didn't, as I said, eBay usually sends me something saying that it's being returned, unless it's literally just an issue with USPS. Because if it went out for delivery, it should have gone to your place. And it's not like it's the first time you've bought something, so. But I think complaining about rewatchability is a non-issue.
Absolutely not. I don't know I don't know why you're even saying that, because rewatchability is like the second most important thing when it comes to these, when they're looking at profit margins. When they're looking at profit margins for movies, there's two things they care about. Box office, the initial bring in, and then DVD sales and social media.
On a movie, you would be absolutely correct, LDG. But this isn't a movie. This is a streaming service. Once they have your money to begin with, they don't care if we watch it or watch it once or not, because they already have your money.
No, they don't. They don't have all of it. Because look at what they did with Disney.
They don't need all of your money. They just need your subscription.
Exactly, and that's rewatchability. You keeping your subscription,
but you've already paid
your
for
subscription. It's month to month, Vile. It's month to month, Vile.
Yes, but how many people are not re-upping the subscription numbers after the show came out?
A lot of people. Disney lost what? A lot of people recently.
A
lot of people have Bird discontinued one of his. What's his name? Discontinued his.
Post the links. Show the evidence.
Thank you. All right, everybody in chat right now or on the panel, who canceled their Disney and or HBO Max in the past 3 months?
Me, I canceled Disney.
Okay, Bird.
Bird's out.
A Bird might be. I remember hearing Bird saying he canceled his too. Anybody in the chat? Who else canceled?
Oh, they actually don't have any plans to release it on DVD or Blu-ray. That's
I don't think they're going to. Well, they don't need to now because they're trying to get away from physical media.
See,
everyone's trying to get
that is something that would piss me off. I'm a huge fan of owning the physical media.
Well, I used to be until I realized physical media doesn't matter. That they can still change your physical media. It's bullshit.
Yeah, and I'm kind of like President Germ. I'm not paying for it. I'm borrowing my buddy's account to watch the stuff when I can. So
yeah.
But the only reason I'm not paying for it is because I'm poor white trash and I can't afford it.
I sail another path.
you sail another ship.
Yeah, I don't do that primarily because as a reseller, I kind of can't abide by that. So I got to stick to my morals as a reseller of physical media in order to not promote sailing those particular waters.
Disney's peeved me off on more than one particular occasion, especially recently. They don't deserve any more of my cash at all.
They dug their own grave, exactly, and they don't have enough people that figure out how to make money off this.
There's seriously though, there's a reason why at my eBay store I have a category just for Disney products. So.
Yeah, did you know that Disney? I was hearing on streams that people were saying that their Disney account was automatically changed. Their service, their what do they call that? Terms of service. They automatically changed it so that got downgraded to ads now, without warning or anything. So before, when you were paying for Disney or paying for whatever it was, they switched it so you get more of them. They packaged more streaming services together, but now you get ads. So they gave you access to free new content, but then they switched the ads. So now they make money off the ads now, in which you originally purchased it to be ad free.
Well, as someone who I don't care about watching ads, so that doesn't bug me.
Neither do I. I think ads is a beautiful thing if done properly. I mean, they got to make money and they got to find interesting ways of making money. And I have no problem watching ads, depending on how they do it. How they do it is critical. Okay, we're used to that. We're brainwashed. You have TV, you have commercials. Those are ads. We're used to TV commercials, and then we're also used to like TV commercials, like trailers, just like making interesting commercials or funny commercials. So they've even gone that far to meet us halfway. Okay, well, I'm going to make you watch this. At least I'm going to give you an interesting commercial to look at. Okay,
and a couple of the services have been smart enough to like front load their show with commercials. Like there'll be four at the beginning of a show, and then you can just watch the show.
Watch the rest of the show, exactly. Or if you jump into it, anytime you start a showing. So let's say you pause, you come back 5 hours later, you should get a couple more commercials. But if you just pause for 5 minutes, then no, you shouldn't. You know what I mean? Like you got to go answer the door or something, or make a coffee, or go to the bathroom or something. You should. But if you you're watching Justice League and you get through 3 chapters and you're like, oh crap, I can't watch this till tomorrow. So you go back tomorrow. Then maybe a couple more ads. Okay, cool. I'm cool with that. Fair. That's fair. No problem with that whatsoever. The world would
sit through the whole movie in one sitting, Bill.
But they're not taking advantage of collectors, and this is the whole thing about pirating that they don't get. The only people who are pirating are people who don't want to. They don't want to know if they want to either support the people or not. When you're a band, right? The only people who come to bands are people who want to support the bands and come actually listen to the band. Not your average Joe Schmo that, just wants to listen to some music. and they're not taking advantage of collector's items. People who want to buy physical media because it is a collector's item, and meaning that it rises in value, not decreases in value. And they need to focus on that. And I bet you they can make a whole lot more money, some extra money, if they did focus on that.
Well, I think Disney does do that to a limited extent because they know that each time they come out with a movie, there's going to be a whole bunch of things that are attached to that movie for them to make money off of.
Limited extent, yes, I agree. It's not that they're not doing it. They're just
no,
not doing it enough.
They are doing it when you think about action figures, collector's toys, stuff like that. If you're talking about just the media itself, then yeah, they might lose money on that aspect.
Yeah,
Well,
I wonder the value on Jar Jar is rising every day, I bet. Yeah. Case in point.
You know, their movies and things like that, they were notoriously known for putting movies in the vault. You know, here's a limited time release that you can pick up the VHS, and after that, we're done.
Yep. I
still have an original Little Mermaid Penis Castle VHS box.
Same here.
Yep. I've got one. Well, I had one that someone bought, but they're actually returning it because of some issue, and they're going to buy something else instead. But
well, I couldn't believe. I'm sorry. Are you still talking about?
No. It was a mistake on my part. When someone bought some stuff, I accidentally shipped them some of the wrong stuff, so they got to ship it back, and I got to send them out the right stuff. It was my mistake entirely, and I'm trying to fix it. But yeah, one of the things that was purchased was the Little Mermaid with the penis on the front.
For how much?
Altogether, I think it was like $25 with that and a bunch of other stuff.
What? I thought that thing was worth more than that.
No, it's only worth like $5, dude.
The original freaking X-rated cover of Little Mermaid is only worth like $5.
One, it's not the X-rated cover, and two, it's only worth about $5.
They got penises all over the cover. What do you mean that's not X-rated?
Yeah, one, it wasn't intentional, therefore it's not X-rated, and two, again, it's only worth about $5.
Okay, Vile, listen, I love you, but anybody who draws a penis, even by accident, and stares there and looks at it, can't say that's
not all veiny and shooting out stuff. It's just made of gold, and it's part of a castle design. It was legitimately a design accident.
Okay. Let me tell you something about Disney. Okay, let me give you a little interesting fact. That's not the only time Disney has put in anything related to phallexes or actual content into Disney.
No,
products, okay?
Really?
I worked at a building. I used to work at Disney Quest when I was the greeter, and guess what I had hanging from the ceiling, pointing directly at me? A cock and balls. A huge 30-foot phallic symbol with nuts.
You're one of those people that see penises everywhere, don't you, LBJ?
It was supposed to be a ray gun, but let me tell you something. A ray gun doesn't have a head-shaped tip. Okay, a ribbed. I'm telling you, this thing was ribbed.
A Klingon disruptor looks like that.
Well, Star Trek's, check it
out. We got Lucifer here on Easter Sunday. How you doing?
What up, Lucifer? Gene Roddenberry was quite the woman's man too, I believe. So I wouldn't be surprised if that was in his mind. But
the point is, anything that is longer than it is wide and has a rounded end of any type is going to be associated as a phallic symbol. Good Lord, bananas and cucumbers.
Oh, you're absolutely correct. But this had balls. So explain that one. This had balls at the end of it.
You're overanalyzing shit.
The Klingon bird of prey is a phallic symbol with balls on it. It's just got wings attached to the balls.
Yeah, those are the thighs.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. You can think what you want, but and by the way, Little Mermaid isn't the only other one that has had certain innuendos. And listen, I'm not against it. Okay, let me clarify. Let me clarify for those who are JWing me right now. I'm cool with it. I don't care. I would love some Little Mermaid penis buildings. I'm fine. I think it's funny. I could take a joke. I'm good. I don't care. I'm not complaining about it. I'm just saying it's funny.
Well, let me just do this for LDG. One, you could argue that I've got a phallic symbol in my mouth right now.
I could.
Okay, I'm not going to go that
Ew,
far.
a long
I mean,
brown
it's just
one.
a stove, for God's sakes. Like,
Two,
you have to
gonna
have.
I'm going to apply some chapstick real quick.
How's that taste, man? Right over your lips. Yeah, that's right. Look at that.
Cherry, nice.
Yum yum. Is that I can see you all those years of practice. Anyway,
But I'm just
See, I
saying,
wasn't going there.
anyone could call those phallic symbols because they're long, they're straight, they're curved at the top a little bit.
oh God, a cylinder isn't a phallic symbol in my eyes. It has to look like one. It's got to have more of a resemblance than just a cylinder.
All right, LDG, have you ever heard of the arguments against Monster energy drinks?
What besides they give you heart attacks? What
No. I'm talking about the religious people that are against Monster energy drinks.
Oh yeah, because like the M logo
Titanic.
is 3 hashes that look like 6s in Hebrew.
Yeah. But one of the things they also, the lady who originally was writing about that, in addition to her saying that there was 666 on the cans, she explicitly mentions that the cans are the same dimension of some animal's penis that is apparently related to the devil as well.
Yeah,
so she's like, the cans are in the shape of a
fine.
penis.
Yeah, that's fine. That's people want to like. I welcome diversity. I don't need to accept that diversity, but she has the right to exist.
And
but
they have taurine in them, which is extracted from bull's nuts.
Yeah, am I gonna stop? Well, don't get me wrong. I stopped drinking Red Bull or any energy drink, Monster and all, not because of any kind of number fallacy, freaking representation 666 bullshit. It was because those drinks are unhealthy as shit for you.
Oh, and Michael, as for the taurine, you can also get it from certain vegetables and fruits.
I know. I just like diving down the conspiracy hole.
Yeah. The way they got it was like, I think from the guava or something like that. But because you can also get it from bull's testicles, they were like, oh, you're actually getting it from bull's testicles. Like, no, just because it's found in there doesn't mean that's where they are actually getting it from.
Yeah.
But
they
we
don't
know for sure, do we?
extraction.
Well, if you actually go by where it's made and everything, you know that the factory's ordering making the product. If you look at they're ordering like massive amounts of guava extract.
Yeah, there's not even that many bulls like available. Yeah. I mean, there's a shortage on bull's nuts right now, so
I need you to cite that source, LDG.
Citation needed.
Well, just look at the sales of Rocky Mountain oysters. I mean, they've gone down.
Wouldn't that imply there's a surplus?
Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't have no clue.
And Jerem is like, that argument was never part of the religious community. Yeah, it was one nutbag person, and it was just picked up by a bunch of other nutbags online that were more vocal than the silent majority that didn't give a shit.
Yeah,
but I still had to point it out. Jerem, that's all.
And that's fine. They have the right to exist.
Anything cylindrical can be a penis, according to LDG.
Exactly. No. Fake news. Fake news.
I'm cutting that part of the stream out and I'm posting it.
I literally just said a cylinder is not a phallic symbol by itself. I literally just said that. Fake news. Don't believe them.
Hey, Cap, welcome back.
Welcome back, Captain.
Thank you.
You're just in time.
Oh, look, is that a phallic symbol coming from his hand? No, sorry. Okay, no. Is that starship supposed to be in the special spot? No. He's got two of them. I really hope someone clip what LDG just said. Hey, Lucifer, what's up, man? All right, guys.
After this stream, it'll be available for everybody, and I recommend you all go back and clip that part out.
I'm glad I'm able to give sunshine and happiness to those in the YouTube community.
And I'm going to include this quote with that with a clip of that stream, or that part of the stream. Well, the discussions we have on these streams, and it'll be LDG me saying, according to LDG, anything cylindrical shaped is a penis, and him saying, yeah.
I got a phallic symbol for you.
I'm sure it'll be a Coke can.
There you go. Sit on that phallic symbol.
That looks more like a bird of prey to me.
Here we go. The unit patch for my comic characters.
What is that?
For the comic I'm doing, this is the unit patch they wear on their shoulders. Completely phallic.
I was going to say, yeah, that's supposed to be a penis.
According to LGG.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Let me see something.
And let me guess, is the fire supposed to represent a friction burn?
No, the clap.
Okay.
No, the team name is Inferno.
Okay.
And it's tough to. Whoop, we lost File Mike. I was gonna say it's tough to read, but the black, the black writing around it, Inferno is actually an acronym. It's International
Nice.
Frontline Emergency Response and Neutralization Organization.
I was trying to change my avatar and accidentally kicked myself. There we go. See which one. See if I had any. I don't really have any avatars loaded up right now. That would be phallic. I got this one though. Is that one phallic enough for you, LDG?
It's the important food pyramid.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why this is the CNA stream.
I don't know anymore. Why do I keep going? All right. Too much fun. Oh, and I want to apologize for everybody that I had to postpone the Married with Children watch party. Funny story, maybe not so funny, but funny for me. I canceled yesterday's stream because I had someone who wanted a intro for a show that starts on Sunday. And for some reason, even though I know I only do my shows on Saturday, I thought it was Sunday and that I only had hours left to finish the intro. And I canceled the stream to work on the intro. As I'm working on the intro, I was told this is going to look great tomorrow. And I'm like, tomorrow? Son of a bitch! Freaking could have streamed last night. I could have actually streamed. I'm sorry. We will make up for it next week. We're in season 7 now. And we're going to be doing episodes 6 through 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6 through 10, I believe.
You're really burning through that show.
Yeah, we are burning through it. Oh, yeah, we are. We only got like 4 more seasons left. 11 seasons, and then we got the 25 or 30-year reunion we're going to watch at the end. And then we're going to move on to something else. I don't know. I know I've been talking about doing a Z Nation watch party, and I might end up doing either a Dragon Ball watch party or something else. I don't know. But
oh God, please tell me it's going to be like the Funimation edit ones.
I haven't
Either way,
decided
I'm not
yet.
going to watch. I'm not a Dragon Ball fan.
I haven't decided yet if we're gonna do Dragon Ball Kai or the OG. I like certain things from the OG, and I like certain things from Kai. So, but we're not gonna watch the original Dragon Ball. We're gonna go right into Z.
The whole 24 episode Goku Frieza fight. My God.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We're gonna go into all of that. You kidding me? Oh my God.
It took him an entire episode just to power up. I remember watching that live on Toonami as it aired here, and I'm like, oh my God, it's been a month. Can they please punch each other?
Yeah, sorry. I could never get into Dragon Ball at all, so
Dragon Ball.
I think the last thing I watched having to do with Dragon Ball Z was the death battle between Goku and Superman. How everyone lost their nuts over how could they say Superman would win? That's not fair.
No, it's not that it's not fair. They used the wrong metric. Goku should have won that fight.
Yeah, Goku
Nah,
totally
Superman-
should have won that fight.
I think
Goku's
I think their explanation was perfectly adequate. You're talking about someone who overcomes all limits versus someone who has no limits.
Superman has limits.
Not really.
Yes, he does. You put him in a red room, and he's dead.
No, not the point, LDG. On that one, when your excuse is because the writers need him to win, that's not an excuse.
I have no clue what you're saying.
I'm referring to Superman specifically.
Yeah, both of them have that
Superman's
issue.
got weaknesses. He's got weaknesses. He's got very simple weaknesses. And he's not ultimately he doesn't get more powerful.
Oh, that's the point. According to the writers of the old DC comics, yes, he did.
Yeah, exactly.
And that was their reasoning for it. They didn't give logical reasoning within the comic issues themselves. It was just, we need him to win.
LDG, did you ever read the original All-Star Superman?
No, sir.
Literally, the whole thing was about Superman absorbing so much solar energy and becoming so powerful, he was actually going to he was going to die because he got too powerful.
Okay.
And that was
every time.
Yeah, so basically you have someone who has no limits until they die. I mean, is completely invulnerable to everything except for his own power.
Well, that's a plot point in Dragon Ball.
But yeah, only if he's connected to the sun.
Your point?
The
And
point
any
is,
sun
it's not
provides
that
the
hard to take him away from the sun.
He gets his power from any sun that's not red.
Yes, and Goku can instant transmission to a red sun.
He'd have to be smart enough to do that, and Goku is, as far as I can tell, has been presented as not being the smartest person on the show.
Goku's not a noob to using instant transmission to teleport people into environments that would kill that person. He's done it with Cell.
If you say so, I've never seen it.
He literally teleported Cell away, and Cell died.
Cell was going to
blew up,
explode, and Goku teleported him away from Earth so he wouldn't blow up the Earth when he did it.
Yes.
He blew up King Kai's planet.
Yes. So he's teleported
still
people to other planets. Yeah, no, I know he did. That's not my point. He can teleport people away from the planet.
And if you notice, there was like a good 5 minutes worth of dialogue about them talking about it.
Yeah.
You know, mid-fight,
Cell Cell was freaking blueberry or freaking damn it, what's his name? The egg guy. He was fat as an egg, for God's sakes. He couldn't move, so they had time to talk. But
all right, let me
not
just
my
put
point.
it to you this way: in main DC continuity, how many times has Superman died?
The only once that I know of.
None.
None. How many in main continuity? How many times has Goku died?
Whoa. What, Death of Superman was not main continuity?
He
It
didn't
was main
actually
continuity,
die.
but
He
he
was
didn't
put into
die.
a coma and got better.
Yeah, because that's much better writing.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, main continuity, how many times has Goku died?
And Resolute Germ does have a point, LDG. Goku is an idiot when it comes to tactically fighting somebody who's a challenge.
Yeah.
He was at
I don't
first.
even watch Dragon Ball, and I know that.
He was at first, but not anymore. He's learned now. He's very. Have you watched Dragon Ball Super? He was very tactical.
Yeah, Vegeta's the better tactician.
Because I know
Vegeta's there's always a better, but that's.
I know that
that's
he's
not the
died at
point.
least once in the actual show, but in main continuity, how many times has Goku actually died? I know it's at least once.
He died like 3 times, but he always comes back.
So you have, and everyone in comic books also comes back. But I'm just saying, in main continuity, Goku's been beaten and died. Superman hasn't.
I do want to point out that not at the power levels that they were talking about for the fight against Superman.
True, but I'm just saying, it implies that one is more capable of dying than the other.
But what is dying if you just come back?
What is dying?
Dying holds no purpose if you
everything
come
around
back.
you. Yeah,
yeah,
exactly. He comes right back, even when he's dead. Even when he's dead, he comes back.
That, in comics and shows, whatever, death is just a temporary affliction. But I'm just saying.
No. What I'm saying is death doesn't affect him. He's still in the fight. Even when he's dead, before he even comes back to life, he can still be there fighting as an angel, whatever the hell they call that, a ghost, whatever. He's still back. He has a little ring over his head. A halo above his head. Death doesn't affect Goku. So in that retrospect, he's better than Superman because he's beyond death. Am I wrong?
But every superhero has died and come back at least once in one fashion or another. It depends on how the fighting is.
While Goku was dead, he trained and got stronger.
Yeah. Give me one other character that comes back while they're dead. Like being dead and back at the same time.
Anyone who's become the Spectre.
I'm not saying the premise isn't ridiculous, but it is the lore.
Yeah, exactly. So there you go. Goku wins every time.
I still disagree.
And don't get me started because you know who can kick the shit out of Superman? One Punch Man.
No.
Oh, dude, Sataman. Fuck, I can't even say his name half the time.
Saitama.
One Punch can just Saitama. There we go. Saitama can whoop Superman's ass, dude. You want to talk about lore? They basically made him invincible.
All right.
You want to talk about writing someone? You want to talk about writing someone as invincible?
Something to me.
Yeah, what?
In Golden Age, Superman has literally lifted something that weighed infinite weight. How does someone who does 100 push-ups a day deal with that?
Okay, first of all, it wasn't 100.
Drinks juice.
It wasn't 100. It was like 10,000 a day. Okay, first of all, for forever, for like I don't know how many years was it? Like 8 years or something like that. Every single day, did 10,000 push-ups, 10,000 miles, 10,000 sit-ups. It wasn't 100. Second, he's One Punch Man.
It doesn't matter.
One punch.
And if I remember correctly, there's plenty of instances where he's taken more than one punch to kill something.
Nope, it was only one character took more than one punch.
Because it wasn't one of his attacks something along the lines of 1,000 normal strikes or something like that.
Yeah. That was the ending of season 1, and the first time he hit him, the guy did die, but he regenerated. So technically, he did kill him in that one punch. But the guy came back. He
No,
regenerated.
technically, killing him in that one punch is the same argument for Superman dying against Doomsday, though.
Yeah.
I mean, he punched people to the moon. I mean, this guy fucking like literally destroyed half. Like, his one punch like literally reeked across an entire continent.
LDG. Superman accidentally destroyed an entire solar system by sneezing in space.
I'd love to see that one.
So when you're saying
I'll bring up the
something along
panel.
the
I'd
lines of
love to see that. Are you serious? Really?
Yes.
That's how crazy they went with Superman?
Michael T, back me
I'll
up
bring
on
it up.
this
Hold on.
because you're a comic book guy.
Share screen. And
I'm looking at it. Okay, okay, what? Okay, what?
Yes.
What? Okay, I'm
I'll
looking
read
at the
this.
same thing you're looking at.
Far,
Okay, I just wanna make
far
sure I
out
had
into
the
the
same thing.
cosmos flashes Superman at incredible speed to a distant solar system where my super sneeze is destroying the solar system. I suspected this might happen. I flew to a long-dead universe where all life vanished eons ago due to a terrible space plague.
Okay, first of all, there's no sneeze in space. First of all,
That's how powerful Superman is.
He held the air in his lungs
This is
through the space
absolute.
flight to expel violently and destroy a solar system.
The amount of oxygen in his lungs is not even enough to affect a solar system.
LDG, it's fucking comic books.
Oh my god, dude! What book is this? What comic is this?
Superman.
I know
it's before Crisis. It's pre-Crisis Superman.
This is Golden Age. This is what, 1960s or 70s?
Okay, so
yeah, something like that.
Okay,
This is the age where Superman had the power to shoot smaller Supermans out of his hands. So
yeah, okay. So, all right. So this is pre-canon. Okay, all right. There we go.
It's not pre-canon. It was canon. It still is canon. Depending on how you look at Final Crisis.
Did I hit a chord there? This is before everything started.
Makes no sense.
It makes plenty of sense if you're me. So this is before everything started making sense. Because basically, what isn't Crisis on Infinite Earths? What they did? What in the 80s was it? 80s, 70s, 80s?
Yeah, I think
it's because
they
knew their canon was so wild.
Crisis on Infinite Earths was 80s.
Yeah, so they wanted to fix because they know. Yeah, they knew they screwed up. They know they screwed up in the beginning of the story, so they created Crisis on Infinite Earths to try to fix and create and basically reboot canon. Am I wrong?
Technically, the reason was to simplify things to bring in newer readers.
It wasn't really reboot canon; it was streamlining it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess your definition of reboot, but when you kind of like wipe the floor and start fresh, I kind of call that a reboot.
Yeah, but every comic book reboot for the most part has been a soft reboot.
Well, a soft reboot is still a reboot.
Yes, I'm not saying it isn't.
I'm not trying to take away from it by calling it a reboot, but come on. Yeah, no, I get it. But they had to do this because they effed up so horribly bad.
No, it's not because they effed up so horribly bad. It's because at that point, they'd had 70 years of comic books and a sliding time scale where everyone was still in their 30s. So they had to redo things to make it make a little bit more sense for new readers because they were losing readers in the 80s.
I love how you spun that because I specifically read that they did it because of the conflictingness of the different Supermen, the conflictingness of the different Flashes, the contradictions in canon. They did it to plug the holes in their own continuity.
Again, that's because they had 70 years of comic book history.
Yeah, I know that, but you're trying to spin it, making it sound like no, that it wasn't because of the 70 years. It was because of the 70 years of plot holes and screw ups and mess ups, and everybody was getting confused and angry. So call it for what it is.
And it was
It
also
wasn't
because
potholes and
DC
screw
If they
ups.
would
It
have
was just
done, if they would have
loaded.
done, if they would have done 70 years of not screwing up, Infinite Earths would never have been needed.
It also-
Again, it wasn't really
remember,
screwing up. It was just
LDG, they
full, like
also
an
had to
overstuffed
do-
burger.
They also had to do something because DC did stuff like buying the Charleston comic books. So when they integrated those characters, they had to make up, weird excuses to why those characters didn't exist before but now existed. All stuff like that. So yeah, it was a whole corporate restructuring as well, which is one of the reasons that Crisis on Infinite Earths, had to happen.
Gotcha. And it's all good. I love it. I'm glad
They had
that they
a whole
did
bunch of
something.
reasons
It
for
was
doing
entertaining.
it, and some of it worked, some of it didn't.
Yeah. And then they
There's
had a
your other screen
reboot
share
Crisis
file.
on.
Sorry, what did you say?
There's your other screen share down there, Vile. There's Superman's other power.
Let's see.
What, magical genie wishes?
Nope, he literally fires smaller Supermen from his hands.
Nice.
I just force. I materialize in my image with Burroughs, my super borrows.
Just
my
a force I
superpowers.
materialize in my image, which borrows my superpowers. You're making it sound like it's something more complicated than it is.
Even and it's a question mark at the end. Even Superman is confused by what he's doing.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Watch Superman's hands. He's going to use his new power against that midget is cute.
It's new powers. So it knew like he got them, just got
He
them.
kept getting new powers like every other fucking issue, dude, back in
Yes.
the day.
Oh my god.
Superman had so many powers back in the day, it was ridiculous, including the infamous super ventriloquism.
Yep.
Oh,
Wow.
And don't forget super hypnotism, which is why the glasses work, because the Kryptonian glass in his glasses focuses his super hypnotism to make people not realize that Clark Kent is Superman.
Yeah, stuff like that. I mean, it's all ridiculous, but that was some of the greatest stuff about the Golden Ages because of how ridiculous it was.
Like here's your funny bit of trivia. Throughout the entire Christopher Reeve run of Superman films, he never throws one punch.
Don't say stuff like that because it makes me want to rewatch the whole thing, and
I don't want to see 3 and 4 again.
pretty much. And are you including the Donner cut?
I am not including the Donner cut, no, because he does throw one punch in the Donner cut. He always picks something up and smacks them with it, or he throws them, or he pins them with an object. He never actually throws a punch at anybody.
oh wow.
Because I'm pretty sure, at least in the Donner cut, he throws a punch as Clark Kent.
Mm-hmm. And while we're talking about the movies, let's not forget the cellophane S.
Oh yeah, I know. I love that part just because of how stupid it made me so angry as a kid, and now I'm just like, it's Narm.
Yeah.
Yeah, same here. The first time I saw that, I was like, "Wait, what? What is that? How is that a thing?" And then I found out like history of weird Superman powers. I'm like, it's on brand.
But did you ever watch the original? Not the original, but the '90s Spider-Man TV show, the animated one on Fox?
That was a good
hell
one.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah, with Madam Web.
They had a similar thing regarding punches being thrown on screen, and I think it's like the entire run of the show. He only throws like 3 punches in the entire show because of
And none
pilot
of them
standards.
land.
They couldn't have him punch.
And he misses with all 3.
And it's an interesting theme. The theme music was pretty good for that show too.
Written by Joe Perry of Aerosmith fame.
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
And Madam Web was actually voiced by Stan Lee's wife.
Oh wow.
Interesting, like restrictions that you mentioned earlier. You also couldn't say the word radioactive, yet it was in the theme song.
Yeah, that's the whole reason why they included the neogenic aspect, is because they couldn't do the radiation.
Yep.
So they came up with technobabble to get past the censors without being able to say radioactive.
And you can't say the word die or kill.
But that's why they frequently say stuff like, I will destroy you. I will end you. I will,
I'll have my revenge, blah, blah, blah.
Exactly, because they couldn't just say kill. That's also why the police had freaking laser guns in that show.
Oh, boy.
Yep, because you couldn't have bullets.
And they also changed.
Yeah, bullets are bad, but lasers are okay.
Heck, they changed that in the shows of Yu-Gi-Oh! As you see when the security guards come in and they point walkie-talkies at someone in the American version, but
that was a re-edit.
In the Japanese version, they were guns.
Yep, they totally pulled guns. It was Pokemon. Actually.
It was Pokemon.
Guns on Ash.
But it was also in Yu-Gi-Oh! Too.
I don't remember the Yu-Gi-Oh! I remember the Pokemon when we're like two cops come in and totally pull guns on Ash. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah. What I think is funny is the amount of times they've actually pulled rocket launchers is okay, but guns, no, that's not okay.
Or you have Team Rocket. We're blasting off again. Due to some explosion.
I'll never understand the thing about trying to protect our children about that kind of bullcrap because it does not make any sense whatsoever. What's the difference between a laser gun and a bullet gun? It's still going to kill you essentially.
That they were on stun.
No, they were on the setting.
That's why the cops fired blue lasers and the bad guys fired red.
Except in certain episodes of G.I. Joe where it was reversed.
G.I. Joe.
And yes, G.I. Joe G.I. Joe actually got complaints that G.I. Joe was firing red lasers.
Oh.
Because red signifies evil, and G.I. Joe's not evil.
And I'm surprised they didn't complain about that in Star Trek, because everyone was firing a red phaser.
I was going to say the trope was reversed in Star Wars, where the Empire uses green lasers on their TIE fighters and turbo lasers, but the Rebellion uses red on the X-Wings and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know why it's okay for some. I really don't get moral guardians when it comes to that stuff.
Because they think they know more than we. They think they're better than us. Plain and simple.
Or they know what's best for us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's who's in charge of the new shows now, are those people.
And has been for a while.
No, I think it's the exact opposite. I think it's those people who got sick and tired of that crap are in charge now. That's why we get more fucks.
I mean, I remember the campaigns back when I was still a teenager about Looney Tunes.
But it's like,
And like,
I remember
when it comes to Looney Tunes, I understand why they're getting rid of Pepe Le Pew. I mean, he's kind of a cringe character if you think about it. But if you're talking about the bombs and Elmer Fudd's gun, I mean, come on, that was just for comic effect. Screw it.
Yeah,
they brought that back. They brought him back in Space Jam.
Who?
The guy with the guns.
Oh, Elmer Fudd? Or no?
Samuel
Sam?
Yeah, Sam. No.
Yosemite Sam.
Yosemite
Sam. Yep.
The rootinest tootinest.
Yeah, but Yosemite Sam had revolvers, and Elmer Fudd had a shotgun.
Yeah, it wasn't the characters that were taken away; it was the weapons.
Yeah, but in a basketball game, I don't think it matters. If you're talking about the shorts shouldn't matter. The shorts should have the guns. I don't give a crap.
And then Wile E. Coyote and all his explosives.
Elmer Fudd, they replaced his shotgun with a sickle. What the hell's the difference?
That's not any better representation.
Technically, yes. I think it was a Scythe, but
a scythe.
A scythe, yeah.
Whatever.
What was it in the shape of phallic?
And
I don't know. Does your phallic look like a scythe?
Oh, like a you're talking about a scythe. Okay, sorry. I went wrong scythe.
And with Pepe
Speaking of violence in media, what?
Never liked the character.
Sorry, Ty, go ahead.
We still have a cross-dressing. Well, actually, I guess Bugs Bunny would be correct then with the cross-dressing, right? They wouldn't get rid of that.
Oh no, that gives you important.
Yeah,
Yeah, I never
Bugs
thought
Bunny's
anything
always
about
been a cross-dresser, and
bugs.
no kink shaming Bugs Bunny for being a cross-dresser.
Right.
I never had a problem with it when I was a kid. I
No.
thought it was funny.
It was funny.
Speaking of violence in media, what game is Bird playing?
I'm playing Call of Duty Warzone.
Cool.
Ah.
It's Easter. I figured I'd kill some people.
That goes with the theme.
Typical Rogan answer.
Die for my sins. Boom, boom, boom.
Either somebody's going to find me first or I'm going to find them.
LD, what did you think of the last episode of Falcon Winter Soldier?
No spoilers, Mike. Vile Mike hasn't seen it yet.
It was
Yeah.
it was to be expected. I knew
Okay.
that episode was going to be the opposite side of the coin as far as plot development goes.
Okay,
I
enough.
enjoyed it.
Yeah, after I end the stream, I, got to
didn't
go to my
spoil
storage
anything.
unit to deal with some stuff that's old, and I might watch the first episode.
I said nothing.
Yeah, I thought the ring was a joke, though. You know what I mean by the ring. I'm obviously, but
I'm trying to think of.
You don't need to explain it because I don't want spoilers.
There's no spoilers. Not spoiling a thing.
No. Not spoiling
No
anything.
reveals.
Nope.
But we
No
can all agree
reveals.
that the front end of Klingon disruptors looks
Son
like
of a
good, right?
bitch.
Damn it.
Somebody found me. Was
That was a hell of a shot.
bound to happen.
Captured.
Yeah,
No,
Mrs.
man,
Vile
your brains are all over the
messaged me
roof.
saying that she's at a swap meet right now, and she found a 25-cent coin from 1936 and a dollar coin from 1879.
Oh, cool.
How did you
Nice.
kill me with one hit?
I think I have a $20 bill from like 1908 or something like that. I double check. It's pretty old.
That's cool.
I think the oldest coin I have is a Mexican nickel from 1905. All right. Anything else we want to complain about, rant about, or because we've been going on for 3 hours so far? That's, I think, the longest stream I've done so far.
Yeah, no.
You're welcome.
Just hit me up on Comic Chat tonight, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, roundtable for Falcon Winter Soldier. I'll put the link of my backstage in the chat. I'm a do I have a wrench?
No, but I
I have
do.
no idea.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, you still never wrenched me. Son of a bee.
On the Married with Children.
That next week. We'll do that next week. The one thing I'm thinking
Vile?
of doing though is
Question for Vile.
Yeah.
Is it okay if Captain Trek links my channel for the stream
Yeah,
tonight?
go ahead, man.
oh, that's
And
right. I'll
Ty,
check out-
definitely post a
What
link
time
to
you
that
starting,
Beast Wars
12?
review,
No,
just in case anyone wants to see that, because I'm going to watch that as soon as I end the stream.
Okay, 11 Pacific, 2 a.m. Eastern.
Okay. If I'm up, I'll most likely be up, so I won't be able to listen to the whole thing, but I'll pop in and say what's up.
All right.
Yeah, Captain, if you can drop my link for the backstage, I'd appreciate it, please. Thank you, sir. So I got a intro to finish up. Commodore Ty, did you find a funny something that I can clip for you
don't
today
really have
for the
much
intro?
funny things. I usually cut those out.
Yeah, I know. I've been like watching like ever since this intro. I've been like skimming all your videos.
Yeah, I always cut those out because I'm like, I just use a clip instead.
Yeah. The one clip that you said something real that I thought was that I could use was kind of overridden with the super chat video you used on top of it. So I was like, crap. I really want like a clear you talking, saying something
can't
funny.
think of anything. That's the problem.
I mean, unless you can say something funny right now and I'll clip it from this show.
Like, what would you like me to say? I don't know.
What's something funny Commodore Ty can say, guys? I don't care what it is. Anything, just something funny.
McClunky.
That works.
Hey, you know what? That does work. Can you get on camera?
Hey, yeah, let me make sure I don't have...
Hold on.
All right, can you bigify
Commodore
him,
Ty,
please? I
how
have a
about
resolution.
Oh, jeez.
All right, there you go. And just give me a good old McClunky, like you're looking funny.
McClunky.
Read the chat.
That works. That works. Print it. Ship it. Thank you.
I am
Got
not
it.
saying that, Captain Trek.
Say it.
No.
How dare you?
Hey, I'm not doing that anymore. That's Canadian stereotype.
I know.
Well, definitely check out the Beast Wars episode 4 review with me and Vile Mike. And we get to talk a lot about how Cheetor loves to go fast and got Dino Butt doing Dino Butt things.
Okay, wait a second. Is it just me that I think it's a little freaky that you have nightclub glass behind you in your house?
That was the design.
That's a
I
pretty
mean, I
common
think it's
architectural
cool,
thing.
but I'm just like, yeah, like, what are you doing there? You having some parties?
No, this is the kitchen. It was supposed to be
Captain Trek,
a full.
he didn't say sorry, but we did get him to say a boot. So.
Oh, what you talking about?
Perfect. I'll clip
All
that
right.
later.
He's gonna slingshot loonies at you.
All right. Anyone else want to plug something before I end the stream?
Oh god, that just came out so weird. All right.
Oh, we know you want plugs, but that's a different story there.
Phrasing.
And the stream for whatever. Wait a minute. I can't find it. I'm not finding your stream for tonight.
I don't have it set up. I was going to set it up as soon as we're done here, but my channel's in the private chat.
Cool.
Tomorrow, bed life at the normal time.
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining me for General Nerd Chat. We'll try to do the Mortal Kombat starring LDG JeopNerdy tomorrow. Or not tomorrow, next Sunday. And after that, it's going to be Commodore Ty playing on the Beast Wars because I'm making him play.
Hey, I have no problem with that.
All right. Later, folks.
The reviews, people.
Take it easy.
Reviews.
Peace.
Be good. Later.
Don't forget to subscribe to my channel.